I used to love my morning coffee until it stopped loving me back. The bloating, the discomfort, it just wasn't worth it anymore. Then I found Everyday Dose, coffee with benefits. It's real coffee blended with mushrooms, collagen, and nootropics. Now I get my morning ritual without the crash or the discomfort. The Black Friday sale is on. Get 61% off your first Coffee Plus starter kit, a free A2 probiotic creamer, and over $100 in free gifts. Plus, you could win $100 cash or even get your entire order refunded. Head to everydaydose.com/podcast or use code podcast at checkout.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of The Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. My name is Mikey Bones, and I am joined by my fellow host, Kat Valor. What's going on, Kat?
Hello. How's it going?
Really nice. It's going pretty good because we have no Rob.
But we do have two special guests this week.
Yeah, we do. One guest is a pain in the ass. I will say that. But it is Little Miss Huge Clown Penis herself.
Huge clown penis.
AlySurreal. What's going on, Ally?
Oh, hi. Good. Until I heard the clown penis soundbite again, but great.
We're also joined by, I guess, a prestigious guest at this time of the calendar, because we are still in the middle of balls deep into Chris month at this point. Hi, Chris. What's going on, man?
Once again, from Mount Olympus I descend to grace you all with my glory.
Mount Olympus? How'd you get up there? All right, guys,
It's
hold
a
on.
very climbable mountain.
Well, not for me. I wouldn't be able to get up there. Guys, I have to real quick. No Rob this week. Rob is currently at a Fish concert. All of our regular listeners know what that means.
Yes.
Yeah, Rob is committing felony after felony.
Rob's fucked up right now.
Oh, yeah.
So many people are going to be on milk cartons tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Yes. There's no telling what Rob is doing, but he is enjoying some music while doing so. So no Rob this week. Guys, I have to real quick, though. I was on Greg's Live at Darth Gregor on TikTok. And when I joined, he was doing a tournament, and it was the best subgenre tournament, which I think we should talk about a little bit, because it's kind of a slow news weekend. It's an interesting conversation. But he was going through, like, he picks out of a bag at random the subgenres of horror. He's doing the best subgenres. Then he brackets them, kind of like we do with the wheel for Murder Madness, sort of. It's randomized. And he pulled out clowns. And he said, next up is clowns. And then followed up with this.
Huge clown penis.
Beautiful. Fucking chef's kiss. I was so happy.
You know, Allie, you really need to sell that as a shirt.
Allie, how do you feel about that?
I'm going to have to slap it on a shirt, monetize it, copyright it, all that.
All that.
You
Greg
can
owes you
pay
money
me for it later. Yeah.
He said, to be fair, that's the second time he said it, because I didn't know I have to record Greg's lives. Apparently I do. And the first time he said it was so much more nonchalant, but man, it's one of my favorite buttons.
Huge clown penis.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's good. That's really good.
That's good. But what do you guys think? He was doing best subgenre on a tournament on his TikTok. I mean, for me, it's slasher. Do you guys think anything, what's your number one?
Before I weigh in on this, I just want to throw out my new favorite clown movie. I've already talked about it once, but it was for the Easter egg. So I'm just going to go on record on the show and say that my new favorite clown movie is also Dark Web Murder Show. very good. I don't know why there were clowns there, but I loved it. It's a Tubi original movie. Go watch it now. It's free. Free content, you guys.
That might be the best way to watch a clown with it. I don't know why the clowns are there, but
I have
they're
no
there.
idea why clowns were involved. Excellent life decisions being made over here by me.
Fair enough.
If I had to pick, I mean, slasher is way up there just because that's what I grew up with. Then it probably would come down to a very close fight between either zombie or paranormal movies.
Mm.
Ooh, zombies are right up there. I was thinking torture porn, honestly.
That one I think lost in the first round, Kat, if I remember correctly.
I understand. And for a long time it was one of those, I would defend it reluctantly where it's like, well, the ones that are good are really good. It turns out I just like torture porn movies. It's a good subgenre. I think they're fun.
From the Saw fan? No.
Yeah.
Well, I have to ask, is Martyrs a torture porn?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If I get to count it for this, then yes. I do think that there's a difference between like American torture porn and new wave French extremism. But that's a subgenre. I would count Martyrs as torture porn.
I mean, I really like slashers. I would say that. Also paranormal. Are we counting like, I know Greg had like B movies in his tournament as a subgenre, which I don't know if I agree that itself is a subgenre.
It would depend on the type of B movie, because even for that, I can break it down to like Grindhouse and stuff as well. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, I can have a B movie about clowns too.
And exploitation.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
But if it is, I'm gonna throw it in there.
All right, fair. It's tough. And we know, Kat especially knows the trouble of making a bracket. You need as many things as you can sometimes,
Yeah.
So I that might be why I'm not. And plus, like, I don't know, it's kind of evolved into its own. It's arguable, but I disagree with B movie. I don't think that's the best subgenre at all.
You didn't say best. I thought we were doing our favorites.
Because you can do a B movie slasher, you can do a B movie ghost movie. I mean,
yeah,
there's B movie sci-fi out there.
Diversity, a very good point. It lends itself, yeah.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just say also then that trauma and asylum are their own subgenres.
Kinda. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. That's fair. Interesting discussion though. So yeah, Darth Gregor on TikTok. God, Greg, thank you so much for that sound clip. That was beautiful. I laughed so hard.
That is good.
That's probably better than mine. You should replace it.
Mikey never reached for the audio recorder faster.
Hold on. Let's see which one's better.
Huge clown penis.
Huge clown penis.
Nah, I think they both got to stay. I'm sorry, Allie.
No, all right.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that really wants to see Greg say that, but with like a big red clown nose on?
No, you're not. No, not at all. There's at least one other person that can promise you that. All right. We have drink roll call to get to. We have hard news to get to. We have underwater to discuss, which was a Chris pick. And well, a group pick, kind of.
We did vote.
But either way, you guys want to get to drink roll call? Chris is going to be mad at me because I even went out of my way to ask Chris what one of the drinks were. And I had a more annoying time than I should have getting my hand on some peach schnapps. So, Chris, I do not have one of your drinks this week. And I did try. Do I get credit?
You get credit. That, and with your other project that you've been teasing.
Yes. Yeah.
It would be a real good one for that show too.
I can tell you. Yeah. I get what you mean. All right. Well, that will come up later. But yeah. I was. That's a whole nother story. That trip to the liquor store was way more annoying than it should have been. But instead, I am drinking. It's not. It sounds basic, and I guess it is, regardless. But it's a Jack and Coke, but it is an official like Jack Daniels teamed with Coca-Cola. And yeah, I sent you guys the picture. I will tweet it at some point. Yeah, it's a Jack Daniels 4-pack in a can with Coca-Cola. And man, These things, you could drink them straight all day.
That looks pretty good.
If I saw that like at my local QT, I'd probably pick up a tall boy.
Oh, hell yeah, right? Oh, shit. I just remembered Allison might have a time bomb for her drink.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's been teasing drink roll call, so we'll wait on Allie. I'm nervous. But yeah, that's what I'm drinking. These things are good.
Well, since I actually have something to contribute this time.
Oh.
One, I am an old man, so I had another G Fuel for some caffeine for a pick-me-up. But since you guys decided to grace me and not permanently ban me after doing a cartoon episode, I've got some Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think I've had that one on here before, Chris.
Oh, it's good.
It's not bad.
Voodoo Rangers, as far as IPAs go, that's one of my favorite brands.
No. Yeah, that's a dub right there. That's not bad. Kat, what about you?
I am starting tonight with a mudslide ? I'm trying to clean out my fridge right now, and I had some chocolate ice cream. I still have some Baileys. So I've got about a fourth of this left, and then I am transitioning into I'm doing the drink roll call graveyard currently. I've got just like some assorted cans of things I've had on the show before.
That's hysterical.
Oh, Kat, I just had an idea for a drink. If you're talking your drink roll call graveyard,
don't do it.
The North Cincinnati, Long Island. You just take everything and turn it into a mudslide.
That sounds so gross.
That sounds so
really
bad.
gross. I might try it.
Would it be any worse than Skyline?
No.
My drink roll call graveyard in my fridge right now is only that Ghost IPA, and I still have some of the Sweet Baby Jesus in there that is just not gonna go anywhere. And I think I have something else in there. Oh, I have the green teas from the Arizona Hard, which I'm never gonna drink.
Don't forget the Jaeger too.
Oh yeah,
throw that in there.
Jaeger's, yeah, that would be disgusting. Like King's Cup, but ugh, that's awful.
There's a Patreon show. You all make a horror King's Cup every time you lose a challenge. You pour another drink in.
Holy shit, that'd be awful. All right, Allie, I have to know, you've been busting my balls about this for a couple days and bothering me with this drink for this show. And what'd you do?
I just said you might be mad. That's all I said.
That's cause for worry.
Okay. Well, initially I was going to try and make one of Chris's drinks the huge clown penis, but I could not find huge clown penis.
There you go. Sorry.
Thank you. I could not find that ding dong latte stuff anywhere.
That stuff is disgusting. Also, you dodged a bullet.
Fair enough. It was a little sus to begin with, but
a
little bit.
It's a Chris drink. They're not a little sus. They're all sus.
I did end up making another Chris drink. I made myself a slasher, which is cranberry juice vodka. With cherry syrup blood around the rim and a cherry with a little sword through it.
Holy shit. Wait. Hold on. What the fuck? First of all, why would I be mad at that? Second of all,
gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
hold on.
That looks good.
All right. This will go up on Patreon. Look at you. Where'd you have a sword?
I made an investment. Like I said, it was going to take an investment. I now have 100 or 99 more of these tiny plastic cocktail swords.
And welcome to the drink graveyard.
And here it is. You are now indoctrinated. Congratulations.
I was going to say, Mike is probably still finding little umbrellas everywhere.
Oh, I have 200. I have over 200 of those. The case wasn't 100 or whatever I thought it was. It was 200. The box is huge. Yeah. Allie, me and you should start a drink company and we'll sell sword and umbrella drinks.
Yeah, limited run.
Limited run, but God damn it, these things gotta go. All right, I like this. I like it. All right, with the knife behind it too. Is that intentional?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. Okay, how is it?
It's pretty good. I mean, it's basically just a vodka cranberry, so with the cherry and a little bit of syrup, but it's good.
Okay.
I like to think that some of my best drinks are the most simple.
Yes.
I would have made the entity had I not already went to the store. I was a little upset because that sounds good too.
That actually, I was thinking about having one of those, but one of the reasons why I'm cleaning out my fridge is because I did not make it to the store this week.
Yeah.
I just thought the entity was a good one for Allie because she plays Dead by Daylight more than Mikey.
Yeah, by a lot.
You know, she didn't have merch against it.
Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. Behavior is a wonderful company.
Opinions could change.
Times on expressing those opinions can change. The opinions themselves don't really change all that much. That is the plus side, though, Kat, of Drink Roll Call Graveyard, and it doesn't outweigh the negative, but whenever you can't, like, you know, you're running late and you don't get to the store, you got something.
Yeah. It is a nice perk.
It's not going to be anything you like, but you have, or it would have been gone already, but you have something.
I will say, because I just cleaned out the fridge from my drink graveyard mistakes not that long ago. So the stuff I have left, not so bad.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
If you guys told me what you had left, like an inventory, I can try to think of something.
There is not shit you
well,
can
after
do.
this week, I'm gonna have nothing.
Is it, Mikey? That's a challenge accepted.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with Sweet Baby Jesus? Man, I think you can't make it good.
I never said they'd be good.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, all right, that's fair then.
That might make an okay mudslide, though. It's peanut butter chocolate beer.
That's one thing. Kat, geez, you got balls, man. The drunkest I've ever been was off mudslides. Jesus Christ, man. Those things will fuck you up sometimes.
It is kind of dangerous because it tastes like a dessert.
You don't taste any liquor, no matter what.
Yeah. So there's a chance that I just like stand up midway through the podcast to grab something and fall over. We'll see.
The last time I drank a mudslide was when me and Bobby lived together. And I poured an irresponsible amount of Devil Springs vodka in a mudslide. I didn't taste anything. And when you're in your early 20s, you're like, oh, this is great. Good Lord.
It's 3 hours later. You're going to regret it.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, me and him were calling people at like 5 o'clock in the morning, screaming at them, telling them they don't got no kookaroos from Get Them to the Greek. I don't know why. I don't know. But I heard the voicemails and I was very embarrassed. But nonetheless, we do have horror news to get into. Like I said, we have the movie, and I think we should move on into some news now.
My mornings are chaos. I need coffee that works as hard as I do. That's why I drink Everyday Dose, coffee with benefits. It's rich, delicious coffee boosted with mushrooms, collagen, and nootropics. Everything I need for focus and balance, ready in 30 seconds. The Black Friday sale is on. Get 61% off your first coffee plus starter kit, a free A2 probiotic creamer, and over $100 in free gifts. Plus, enter for a chance to win $100 cash or get your entire order refunded. Visit everydaydose.com/podcast or use code podcast at checkout.
It's time to hump the news with Rob Humphrey.
He's not a genius. All right, Stranger Things. We got a press release email earlier this week, and it's been everywhere since then. There's going to be an attraction at Universal Horror. What do they call them? Horror Night? Oh, Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. It's Stranger Things. Vecna's in there. I still haven't seen any of Vecna. I mean, I've seen what they look like. They're creepy as shit. What do you guys think?
Halloween Horror Nights. It's one of those bucket list things, and they're opening up I think it's going to be like a year-round attraction in Vegas, so I'll finally be able to attend one. But that's either the Universal or the Orlando one has always kind of been like a bucket list type desire to go to one.
Yeah,
because I've seen a lot of people that like do like the amusement park vlogging, and just them like going like through like the Killer Clowns from Outer Space house and whatnot. Like, that shit looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that way about what do they call it for Six Flags, Fright Night, and
yeah,
that was cool, but from what I've seen, that like Universal does it on such a higher level.
Oh, they go all out, but there's another one at least out on my end of the country. If you've ever been to Knott's Berry, they do Not Scary Farms for Halloween, and they do a lot of stuff at the. You know, one of the big attractions at Knott's Berry, though, is some of the food, and they have some horror. They have some horror themed treats that that are to die for, but they will give you the beat super hard.
That sounds like the kind of horror attraction that I need to go to, because we know I can't do haunted houses because I will punch an actor and then I'll feel bad for life. But I could. Theoretically, I can get behind eating horror foods.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm just hearing Slasher Radio Trip, but we just put Cat in a straitjacket the whole time.
That could work. That's the kind of. But if someone jumps out at me at like a horror event and I'm not wearing a straitjacket, I punch them.
Oh wait, no. Cat might be liable to headbutt somebody.
I might headbutt them, and I'm short, so it's gonna hurt.
It'd be a headbutt to the baby maker.
Yeah.
To the baby maker. Didn't think that I'd hear that today. All right. Well, you brought up Cat. Allie, do you give a shit about the Stranger Things thing?
No.
I mean, I like Stranger Things. I've never been to Halloween Horror Nights?
Yes.
Or anything similar. But it does sound fucking awesome, though.
Universal does it big, but if you go into any of their designated scare zones, just be prepared for some guys dressed up as clowns or Purge members to run up on you with chainsaws.
Oh, that's fine. I like haunted houses. I think they're hilarious, so...
No, I mean out in the street.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Also, clowns was said again, so...
Huge clown penis.
Nice.
Topical. Look at that.
All right. I'm going to send this to you guys, everybody listening. You can go to Bloody Disgusting, check out the article. You can go to Spirit Halloween and see it on there. This cost me $130. I bought it already.
Oh.
Is this a fuck Chris moment?
Oh, wow.
No, this is not a fuck Chris moment. Although, yes, fuck Chris. We'll get to that, I'm sure, in a second. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Popcorn gun.
That's one of those ones that I saw that I'm like, now that's a cool prop, because it's definitely one of the more unique looking ones from that movie.
That is a good one.
I have the cotton candy gun, and the cotton candy gun don't mean shit if there's a fucking popcorn gun out there and I don't have it. So I had no choice. I didn't know this $40 fucking cotton candy gun was going to be an investment for a $130 purchase later on down the road. But here I am, guys, and I bought it already.
Well,
now you need one of the animatronic clowns to display it next to you.
Oh yeah, thanks, Chris. I'm not ashamed of myself enough. I appreciate it. Yeah, speaking of fuck Chris also sent me Spirit Hall. Oh no, this is Trick or Treat Studio.
Yeah, he was taunting you a bit this week.
Several times. They're selling, and this is unique because it's a limited edition pizza face Chucky head. Apparently, there's an ultimate Chucky doll which looks insanely good, and you can the head is interchangeable. And this is a head you can use, on that doll. And it's $200. Chris, you don't send somebody something that's $200. What's wrong with you?
I am just spreading the love.
He doesn't even have the body that it goes on.
You got to have the body, so that way, some of the year you have the normal Chucky head. And then the other days, you're repping the Child's Play 3 head.
No. The body is the ultimate Chucky. For everybody listening, is $600. So not only would I have to spend $600 in the Ultimate Chucky, spend another this is almost $1,000 purchase on a fucking Chucky doll. Allie, be honest, how close was I to buying this fucking thing?
It seemed pretty close. It was just for the head, though. Like, you don't even have the doll. You gonna duct tape it on a different Chucky doll?
I didn't realize it was just a head at first, and even after I found out, I came very close to buying it.
That's the thing, because once you've justified $200, you're like, at that point, you kind of want to spend it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, even if you don't get the $600 body, you know, you could basically cool. you can set that up to basically look like the Chucky head from the Cult of Chucky.
Yeah, I wasn't
that Andy Barclay had.
Yeah, that's what, Chris. Honestly, I got way too. You can't keep doing this. I got way closer to buying this than I should have.
Your hand was hovering over the PayPal checkout.
Oh, the only reason is because it has shop pay options, and there's a couple of different things. But I thought I could get the 4-month it didn't give me that option. If it did, I would have been yelling at you even more because I would have bought it. Like, that's the only reason I didn't. I can't justify fucking, what would it be, like $70 every 2 weeks for a Chucky? No. So I got a gun instead, I guess. That thing is cool as shit, though.
Oh no, I saw that head and I'm like, that is a hell of a good sculpt. And then I'm like, wait, that's just for the head? And then I'm like, how big is it? And I'm like, that's a decent size, you know, little bit of memorabilia for the cost, at least.
Yeah, well,
it's as opposed to like some of the Godzilla shit that I look at, and it's just like I would really like it, but $170 for like a 8-inch PVC statue, like,
yeah, no.
That's a hard sell.
What do you guys think? Did I do the best? I saved $100 and I got a popcorn gun, but I mean, it's still. I think I came out pretty good on the deal, and not.
Are you going to build a gun case for all of your Killer Clowns guns, though?
That's the other thing. I don't know where I'm putting this thing, to be honest. I have no idea.
Now, what you need to do is get one of those peg boards like people have like in their garage for tools.
Yeah.
Mount it on the wall and then put up the pegs and just put like all your little horror weapons up there, like
a
machete.
There you go.
Machete, the gun.
That'd be pretty cute.
Then you could put that behind like a glass case. It'd look hella nice in your den.
It would look dope. I have. See, that's the problem though. Now I'm gonna have to end up buying more weapons. Because I mean, I have the cotton candy gun. Now I'll have this one. I don't really have anything else. I have a Freddy glove. I guess that counts, right?
Well, you need to get a Billy. You need to get a Billy Lewis hunting knife.
No. We're spending way too much money here. No. We're not doing any of that. Let's move on.
$130 on a popcorn gun.
Why do you have to say that out loud again? I know. I'm not happy. I need to get paid early or something. I don't know. Something has to give this week.
You need to talk to Joe for a payday advance.
Yeah, fucking Joe. Next thing up is we talked about this before we recorded. The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. There's a trailer out, teaser, I guess. And Norman Reedus gets kidnapped by evil nuns is the title of the article.
That's hot.
Anybody give a shit?
No.
You know, I'll probably watch it at some point. But...
Will you really, Kat?
Yeah, not because I'm like, you know, interested, but I do kind of like Norman Reedus.
I do too.
So that's where we're at. It's when something like this gets released, it's only a matter of time before I'm going to watch it. Because eventually I'm going to get bored, and that's just, you know, yeah. I'm not really looking forward to it, but
I'm going to give it a try.
It'll happen.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a try just because, but I'm not confident it's going to keep me around. So,
well, at the very least, as far as somebody who used to read the Walking Dead comics, like anything doing with Daryl and Norman Reedus is essentially all unique content compared to, like, he was not really in there. I mean, there was analogs, but, you know, so any of this is just going to be all new Walking Dead content to people who had it. Like, there's going to be no theory crafting on where they're going because there's nothing to base it on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm sure Grandma Bones is going to be very happy.
She's clutching her rosary already. Like, come on, Daryl.
Come on, Daryl. Hell of a deal.
Hell of a deal.
There's a Gun Media or Gun Interactive released a new trailer for the Texas Chainsaw game. I don't know if you guys seen it. What do you think? If you have, Chris, did you see? I know, Allie, you've seen it, right?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for that game to come out.
Hell yeah!
I must have missed this one. I don't think this one came across my Twitter feed because it was too busy apparently today showing me everything of what the hell, Chris.
That's fair. I'm surprised you don't get more of that. I'm surprised that's not just your whole feed. By the way, speaking of Twitter feeds, Cena penis today. See?
You saw John Cena's penis from the Barbie movie?
What? No.
What?
His dick's in there?
You said Cena penis.
Oh my God. No, I didn't see a John Cena penis. I seen SEEN or synced even a penis. Very upset. I opened my Twitter on my phone and boom. I said, yep, there it is. Just talked about it.
On a scale of 1 to Tom Brady, what did it rate?
Oh, it was that poor guy. I felt bad. It's not good penis. It was from Darcy, the male girl from Joe Bob, though. So it wasn't like, it was from a movie.
Oh.
Yeah, so it wasn't like, a penis out in the wild or nothing. It was
domesticated. Got it.
A domesticated penis, yes. Does that count as one of these?
Huge clown penis.
No, those are definitely wild.
Only if it's got makeup on it.
Oh.
That's funny. I love that button so much. Yeah, I mean, I need this game.
It's going to be on Game Pass, so I'll probably at least give it a try. I'm watching some of the YouTubers that I follow, like Cartoons and Delirious. Like, I'll probably enjoy playing the family more, but
oh yeah,
at least it seems like the Survivor loop is not terrible either.
The Survivor loop is so unique, insanely. Like, I was very impressed. I played a lot of Friday the 13th. I played a bunch of Dead by Daylight. This is something very different from either of those, and it's a lot of fun.
I mean, I would want to play Leatherface, but I mean, I saw a lot of gameplay as the Hitchhiker, and it's like,
yeah,
I was watching just like the house gameplay, and it was like, there's a lot of fucked up shit I could do to people once you do your opening chores.
Oh, the Hitchhiker was my favorite to play as. I played the test, but you could only play as 3 family members.
Mm-hmm.
Leatherface was my least favorite by far.
Me too.
I would have thought he'd be more fun, but yeah, the Hitchhiker was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Being creepy, crawling around inside the walls.
It's probably because Leatherface is a little straightforward, and his quote-unquote chores for the family is mostly going around and destroying barriers so everybody else can run around freely.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. But, I mean, I didn't think about that so much. Like Chris said, the Hitchhiker, Hitchhiker's just fun to play as, but that map blends itself to Hitchhiker very much. I don't know if he'll be as strong on something like the gas station. We don't know. We haven't gotten to play that map yet. But this game is fucking awesome. And by the way, too, Chris, I never enjoyed playing Killer on a game before until Texas. I would rather play Killer than Survivor on Texas Chainsaw.
That was my thing. Like with Friday, I only wanted to play as Jason, but
nah.
To be polite to the lobby, it's like, well, you got to give everybody a chance. For me, it's kind of like Dead by Daylight. Like when I played with you guys, like it was all right, but I really, in Dead by Daylight especially, I didn't really like the Survivor loops and that as far as gameplay and mechanics went. But I could see having a lot more fun with the Killer just because there's a lot more shenanigans depending on the killer you're playing as you can do, which
yeah.
Even if I'm not sweating my balls off, sometimes it's like I just want to fuck with people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like at Friday, like, if somebody's in the house, like rather than just chop down the door, like, walk up, knock, knock, knock.
Yeah. I love when a motherfucking knocks, man.
Housekeeping.
That's funny as hell. Tell them, go away. August 18th. When this episode comes out, less than a month.
Soon.
Yeah. What's next? Dr. Jekyll 2. Eddie Izzard is reviving the franchise, I guess. I don't know if it's a franchise, the title at least. Creepy Duck made a poster about it, for it. I don't know if it's official, but what do you guys think about a new Dr. Jekyll movie?
That's different.
I mean, is it still going to be taking place like in a classical era? Is it or more of a modern day take on it? I mean,
They just have the poster from Creepy Duck. Again, I don't know how official it is, but it's old style. But it's hard to tell with Creepy Duck because he just makes stuff for fun sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean, with Dr. Jekyll's an interesting property that I don't think hasn't really been explored outside of very few films. But it's an interesting character to do. It's essentially the original Incredible Hulk story in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
I like the idea of the character. Like, if you've ever read Alan Moore's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, he's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are one of the more interesting characters throughout that whole series. So,
yeah,
I'll give it a try. I mean, I'll definitely keep an eye out for when the trailer hits.
Allie, you don't really talk much about the old classical horror. What do you think about this?
I mean, you said it was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde 2?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
I didn't think there was I didn't see a 1, so.
You don't know about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
I mean, I know of the story, but I didn't know there was a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's probably all right.
I mean, it's much like Thanksgiving 3 or Spaceballs 3, The Search for Spaceballs 2.
Lucky Rob's not here. You're going to go ahead and bring up Thanksgiving 3? You pissed him off. You did that too, Chris. I forgot about that.
That was last year's Chris when he was vindictive and angry.
This is new Chris.
This year's Chris is being nice and happy and trying to have fun with everybody.
Yeah, I can't argue that, but then again, you made me watch fucking Perfect Blue, so.
Was it, Mikey? Was it the worst thing I could have made you watch?
Oh, no.
Mikey, I was really excited to watch Perfect Blue. I had a really good time. I'm glad we did it. Chris had no way of knowing he would influence Joe Bob. I do think you would have been a lot kinder to Perfect Blue if you had watched with Joe Bob, and you could have seen Darcy, the male girl, dressed up as Mima, because that helped my enjoyment of the movie a lot.
Nice. That must have been nice. I agree with that.
Wait, Darcy was dressed up as like just civilian or J-pop version? Because that's going to make a difference here.
End of the movie, red dress, J-pop Mima.
Wait, hold on.
Huge clown penis.
Oh, there's no clown on that unless I get the googly eyes out.
Please get the googly eyes out.
Oh no.
Yeah, man. It's about Chris. It's in the same spectrum of the worst thing you could have made me watch as it is on the other side of that list and the best thing you could have made me watch. There's not much wiggle room. It's kind of right in the middle because your range of bad is very deep. That's
not even in my range of bad. Like I did not expect everybody to like it. In fact, I purposely picked it for at least one person to hate it.
Yeah, funny how that turned out, isn't it?
Unfortunately, I got the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit of a misfire in that one regard.
But
splash
still,
damage.
But still, as far as like shows that this show has done, as far as more thinking man horror, I would say it's up there with at least, Silence of the Lambs or Seven.
What is?
It's not going to be everybody's bread and butter, but I feel at least it has something that everybody can get something out of.
I am very offended that you would mention Perfect Blue in the same breath as Silence of the Lambs, my friend. That my brain glitched.
And Seven.
And seven, that's fine. I don't mind that. My brain didn't glitch
Seven's
for
good.
that.
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think of Seven, man?
I liked it, but I wish it showed more than it told.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Some of the potential for kills using the 7 deadly sins were exceptionally well done. Gluttony is probably one of the best deaths there, but then like lust was just kind of like an off-screen affair. It's like,
They did gloss over some of the sins a little bit, yeah.
They kind of hand waved, and Wrath definitely got the easy way out.
I never thought of that. Maybe that's why I feel as strongly towards like, you know, it being a more police movie than, you know, like however I feel about it. Maybe that lends into it a bit because, you know, it was very, they show up and it's done. And like, yeah, you can appreciate the effects. The effects were great. But, you know, like it took that aspect away of killing and was just more, maybe that's what it was. I never thought of that, Chris.
It would have essentially been like if Saw only showed the aftermaths and never the actual traps in action.
It would have been Spiral, is what you're saying.
Even Spiral showed you at least the traps going.
Not enough that I ever understood what was going on.
I mean, the subway showed enough. The finger trap showed enough.
I had no idea what the fuck that finger trap was, though. I was like, what kind of sci-fi alien blood goo nonsense is this?
It's the same as like Audition using piano wire to cut off a dude's leg.
I don't know. I knew what was going on in Audition. I see your point about 7, though. I think
7, if 7 committed, and at the time, sure, it was a hard R. But
yeah,
if they committed and went for like a hostile level hard R, I think it would have, some of the deadly sins would have hit so much harder.
I think if they made 7 today, that's the movie we would have gotten. I think the issue there is that no one was going to take a movie that gory seriously when 7 came out.
I mean, essentially,
except for the
piggyback on Mikey's statement about it being more like a police drama. It's in a lot of ways like Zodiac. I mean, you kind of only get a couple glimpses of the killer, but for the most part, you're seeing everything from the police and the reporter's point of view.
Yeah, this is fair. I never thought of that. Very astute of you, Chris. Good shit. Tired of hearing about 7. Fucking out of all the movies I thought would haunt me, fucking 7 is the last one.
It's still a great movie.
That's your own fault for not liking 7, though, I think.
7 is mid.
Oh.
You should rewatch it, I think.
No, I'm fine. Speaking of something I would rewatch, though, and reboots, Return of the Living Dead. I did not know there was a reboot in the works, but apparently it is going to happen, and it's supposed to expand its existing world.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I don't know. It says reboot, so I don't know if they're like if they're gonna do like an Evil Dead thing, maybe.
That's what it sounds like,
right?
My question would then be also: are they gonna keep the punk rock motif, or if it's gonna modernize it to TikToks? What would be the modern day? Well, no, I mean you got to still have kind of like that anti-establishment feel. So I mean, I guess.
TikToks.
I mean, punk still exists, so it's not like it's not relevant anymore.
Yeah, but modern day punk is like.
I want a pop punk Return of the Living Dead.
Cat just wants Justin Bieber themed.
Oh no!
I'm offended that you think that Justin Bieber counts in that.
Well, I mean, you're a little babby. I mean, I don't know what you Zoomers are into these days.
Zoomers, wow. And Chris filling in on the Rob jokes. I appreciate it.
I know. I got roasted by our important guest.
Rob style.
I mean, have you guys not paid attention that most of the drinks I designed for you are based off lore from the show?
Yes. It's very much you and fucking and Will, man, are a hell of a team. Hell of a deal and a hell of a team.
Oh, at this point, when it comes to those video memes, Will's fucking
great.
Killing it.
I'm killing Rob also.
Literally.
that one of Slasher Radio thinks Alley month is over, and then it just pans over and it's Chris.
Dude, Will, shout out to Will, man. Alley, what's Will? I always forget Will's handle because Will CTMP, right?
Hold on.
Yes.
Will CTMP, yeah.
I always forget Will's handle. The letters confuse me, Will. Yeah, and also he's a TikTok goat too, apparently. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's Slashers Assemble on TikTok.
Hell yeah.
Will's killing me on doing like new age memes. I'm more old school text on image.
I don't know how to do that shit either, man. It's like witchcraft to me, and every time he does it, it's a new magical spell, and I laugh so fucking hard. I can't do that shit either.
That one from last week of Rob, like.
Yeah, listeners, go to our Twitter. Will doesn't really put them up on Twitter, so here's another reason.
You gotta join the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord. Will is fucking. He killed Rob. Maybe that's why Rob isn't here this week.
That's what we shouldn't have given any context as to why Rob was missing. We just should have played that.
Yeah, that was
R.I.P.
so funny. R.I.P. to Rob. And a picture of his
green, nonetheless.
Gotta watch the video now, huh?
He's got to watch that.
Yeah. Get the hose, Will. Come on now. Go hose that thing down. I think that was it for that was Return of the Living Dead. I mean, it's a big title. They better not fuck it up.
It's I wouldn't say big title, but it's a well-beloved cult classic. Like,
oh yeah.
It was essentially kind of like the equivalent of when they rebooted Evil Dead the first time. Like, you're really only going to get one chance at this, and if you colossally fuck it up, there's no walking it back.
No.
Just don't fuck it up.
Just don't fuck up. One job.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck up. All right, yeah, that's all I have for news. Kat, do I have my button? What?
Not yet. I do have one last bit of news.
Okay.
You know, ding ding ding, special report.
Okay.
Tony Danza's heritage reflects his multicultural background, with roots tracing back to both Italy and Slovakia.
Wait, what? Whoa,
that is a fun Tony Danza fact.
It's not even a fun fact. You put it in the news. Plus, what the hell was that?
If you didn't know it, it's news to you.
I don't care about it. Why'd you do Danza when Rob's not here?
It came across my news feed. I felt it was relevant for the show's interests. And strangely enough, a little messenger rat with a tiny backpack, sent this to me.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Hold on. Let me see. It better not be.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. Someone hasn't been paying full attention during the show. Allison.
What?
Hold on.
Huge clown penis.
Oh, no, this is not an Allison one. This is some bootleg shit.
Yeah, this is, she put googly eyes on it. You're supposed to be paying attention, Allie, not fucking with this stuff.
What are you talking about? I clearly did not do this.
Allie's been here the whole time.
I've been here, yeah. When would I have the time?
Can I talk to you for a second, Allie?
Yeah, what's up?
You know I told you not to do this anymore, right?
It wasn't me. I don't know. It was an anonymous submission.
Allison.
Yeah.
You know I told you not to do this anymore, right?
I didn't do it.
Oh, if this came to me from Allie, I would just throw her straight under the bus. I mean, we already got her. They got the bonfire set up for. Trust me, this came on Messenger Rat.
This very well might not have been fucking. Allie, did you do this?
No, I didn't do this. I told you it's anonymous.
There's no way googly eyes came up. I really don't know if you fucking did this right now. I shouldn't be this confused. I don't like either one of you right now.
Okay.
Whoever did this, no, because I can't even yell at Allie right now, but whoever did this, no more.
I mean, maybe you'll like this a little more because it also combines with the most important Italian pop culture person in all of media.
What the fuck is that?
The caption on that one is
Yeah.
pinching fingers emoji or whatever the thing is.
Mm-hmm. Don't like that. It's an AI generated Mario mixed with barbecuer mixed with Tony Danza. He has an apron tucked into his pants. I don't know what's happening here.
I think it's supposed to be AI's version of overalls.
Yeah, I know. AI is very bad at overalls. I don't like this at all.
I'm still working on that one. I'm trying to teach it that in possums.
Oh, you are, huh, Chris? You are.
Chris has been known to be trying to teach the AI how to make possums because it absolutely cannot make a possum.
Rob is not here. Somebody has to pick up the slack.
Rob doesn't know what AI is, let alone how to do it.
And, you need your weekly drive-by Danza.
You're fucking kidding me?
Another one.
What? Yeah, it says time for your weekly drive-by dance. I don't like the drive-by dance thing at all.
No?
No, I don't.
Would you like to hit the button? Will that make you feel better?
I've been hitting a lot of fucking buttons, sure.
Crazy idiot! Get the fuck out of here! You! Go ahead, go back to turning tricks and old folk and you pain in the ass!
Gabagool Mystery Corner, where our listeners anonymously, and sometimes they anonymously send in Italian memes making fun of me for being Italian. Sometimes they come on the show and just admit to doing them too. Yeah,
this was a special submission also.
Great.
So I figured I'd send it in on the week where we have our very special guests.
Hold on. Whoa, wait a minute.
Huge clown penis.
Whoa.
Oh.
That thing's infected. Wow. Jesus. The memes go up. I gotta collect myself. The memes go up on Patreon. We explain them on the show. I wasn't ready for this. It's why would anybody put that sign on this? Such a bad idea. It's a I'm guessing a deli or something. It's like, you get the hot food behind the glass. This one's a picture of that, and it's like a tray of sausage, and there's like that thing has to be like someone forgot to empty that over a long weekend. And that piece of sausage has been sitting there and decaying for quite some time. And there's a sign on it. It says Uncle Stevie's sausage. The Stevie was added, and I appreciate that touch. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the subtitle for me, though.
Yeah.
Because perfection is everything.
Where? Oh, I didn't even notice that. All right. That's gross. That thing is... I don't know why anybody would buy that. And Stevie sausage is nowhere near that big.
I mean, based off the currency indicator there, I mean, maybe that's just what British sausage looks like.
Yeah, that's a British brat. Yeah. That's gross. That thing's like bruised and wrinkled and discolored. I don't like this at all. The thumbnail, I was like, whoa. All right. Jesus. Whoever did that, shame on you. That's disgusting. I'm going to show this to Stevie, too, by the way. That's
Praise, for making it all the way to Stevie.
Yeah. Now, the last time he was brought up was Will, and I told him what Will had said, and he wasn't happy about that.
Maybe he'll be happier about this one.
I'm still mad I wasn't there for the live show when Stevie came on, and I wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, where is that motherfucker?
Yeah. Yeah, he might. I already know when I show it to him, the first thing he says, "Yep, that's right. It's that big." I'm like, okay, motherfucker. All right. So no more gabagool crap.
Well.
What?
Huh?
What?
Nothing.
Well, we're done. The dancing thing happened. The gabagool thing happened. That's it. Unfortunately, there was a submission. Rob made a submission to the Huckleberry Humphrey Hillbilly Hoedown.
Uh-oh.
Rob's a trooper about Huckleberry Humphreys.
I was gonna say, I don't know, like, he's not here, so I can't do it, but he submitted it. So I guess we could do it, right? Like, he's not missing nothing.
I mean, we have to.
The Patreons demand the content.
Yeah, that's fair. I was gonna save it till next week, but like I said, he fucking seen it. The Huckleberry Humphrey Hillbilly Hoedown is similar to the Gabagool Mystery Corner, where we make fun of Rob for moving down south and becoming a redneck, but apparently he's making fun of himself for it as well. Why won't this copy? He sent it to me at like 4:00 in the morning too. I didn't even see it until I woke up, and he sent me a link to Instagram where he found the video, and he said, "Here's one for your Huckleberry Hillbilly thing." And I said to him, "What the fuck? You aren't supposed to be submitting these."
Nobody ever said you can't do gabagool.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I ain't doing it.
I'll protect your anonymous submission if you want to send something to the Gabagool Mystery Corner.
If I did, you better. Everybody else gets to hide behind it.
Oh my God. Is this someone Rob knows in real life?
I don't think so. The Instagram is at Redneck Memes. And Rob's response was, "Yeah, but that shit is hilarious." And my response to him was, "That is a pretty damn sweet ride. Look at that thing."
If you played Battlefield Hardline, this looks like one of the Easter egg vehicles that was hidden in it.
Would one of our special guests like to take a crack at describing the the Huckleberry Humphreys Hillbilly Hoedown this week?
As a connoisseur of redneck memes, let me take a shot at this. So, what we got here is about a bro who probably couldn't weigh about more than $1.30 wet.
Easy.
Driving around on a Lazy Boy recliner, half-track treads.
Yeah, the big fuckers with it looks like a belt going around. The big wheels, long ones.
That motherfucker can go mudding.
Oh, he won't get stuck on anything.
Oh no, that will go right over anything.
He can hold W for days before he stops.
And if there's a speed bump, he just kicks the legs up.
That's it, man.
He reclines back.
But how is he moving? Oh, he's got a remote.
He's got a joystick.
There's a joystick on the armrest.
Is that like an Atari? What the fuck?
I can't get a good look at the armrest, but there's definitely an Atari style controller.
Holy shit. How do they get this to work?
It's impressive.
Redneck ingenuity.
Yeah. And he's holding a beer.
I'm a little disappointed he doesn't have a cup holder. I feel like that would be a priority.
I'm pretty sure the controller's eating up the cup holder spot on that chair.
Oh,
maybe.
that's fair.
Yeah.
But definitely there was a couple case packs of Keystone Lights and a lot of free time spent making this.
Yeah. And a lot of shocking yourself. This motherfucker's got zapped a lot. That is hilarious. He's even got it lean back a little bit so he's not, slumming forward or nothing. I think he could go down a hill no problem in that sumbitch.
It's impressive.
Well, with tracks like that, he probably would have plenty of traction. He wouldn't have to worry about being a runaway downhill.
No, he'll be fine. Look at him. He's doing donuts, holding a beer. I can Rob submitting to his own thing. I would love to have seen him laying in bed in his drawers at 4 o'clock in the morning, seeing that.
Now I'm curious what Rob's browsing history looks like.
Oh, no. Here, you know what? I'll show you. This is what his browsing history looks like.
Huge clown penis.
All right, we're done with the gabagool crap. Fucking Christ. I don't appreciate any of this, so we all know. All right?
You appreciated Uncle Stevie's sausage, apparently.
A little bit. But that was disgusting.
Little being the key word.
That's a good one. So we're going to take a really quick break, and we will be back with 2020's Underwater. That sausage really threw me off, man.
That was fucking gross. I hope there's cheese on it because I don't know what's going on with that.
Cheese on it?
That might have been the best example of an audio double take I've ever heard.
That was really good.
Because I'm paying attention to 3 different things, and I opened it, and I have it on my my vertical monitor too, so it was a small thumbnail. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, the small monitor, isn't that the best way to look at Uncle Stevie's penis?
No, you need a zoom. No, I need it on the big one. All right. So, Underwater 2020. Chris, this was your brainchild, this movie for us to talk about. You threw it. Oh, okay.
I was just gonna ask. We do this for the patron episodes for the Omen. Do we want to talk about the contenders that almost won?
Yeah. What was your list again, Chris?
So, spoiler alert, Underwater was the winner. But when Mikey approached this, I'm like, I didn't want to be an alley and just be like, here is the movie we're gonna do.
Oh.
Wow.
I wanted to be a man of the people. So I'm like, I will give Mikey, Kat, and Allie 3 movies they can pick from. Underwater was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to also pick something that would be from a different genre or environment.
Yeah.
So Underwater, deep sea horror, I love it. Then there was Pandorum, which is more of a sci-fi horror. And then there was also In the Mouth of Madness, which is based off Lovecraft. So they were all given an option. They voted. Strangely enough, there was almost no discussion, and it was a landslide for Underwater, which now makes me wonder if I need to push for In the Mouth of Madness more.
There was some discussion because after we had voting, you gave like a special voting deal that I was all on board for, but I was ignored.
Oh, in case, thank you for bringing that up. I forgot.
Yeah.
In case there was an absolute, everybody was against it, I gave everybody an abort clause. If all three of them would agree to veto all three of my choices, we would do Ichi the Killer.
Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't fucking happening.
And then the votes for Underwater became even stronger.
Except for me, I switched my vote at that point to abort all options, but only because I wanted to watch Ichi the Killer.
Kat didn't even hit the big red abort button. She leapt across the table after it.
Yeah, I was ready for that.
Yeah, no, I was not voting for Ichi, especially after Perfect Dark. Yeah, no, I was not voting for that at all.
I didn't, Mikey, for you. I didn't include it in the main voting because you already had to do one subtitled movie.
I appreciate that. That is very kind of you. I appreciate that.
So you didn't have to do a subtitle movie by default. But if you didn't like any of my choices, you had the option, but you were going to have to pay for it.
That being said, these were all solid options. I voted for Underwater because it was, at the time, I believed it was the only one I had not seen, which is why I voted for it. But the other two, great movies.
I almost went with In the Mouth of Madness. Friend of the show, Will Dolphin, from the creator Lily Madwhip. What was W Dolphin at Twitter on Twitter. He's that I think he said that was his favorite horror movie. I'm pretty sure, yeah. And we almost did that on the show, and I forget what we did when he was on.
We did Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness. Yep, that was it.
I didn't know that was William's favorite there.
I think it was. I almost went with it for the sake of William, but I'm a sucker for underwater stuff. I love aquatic things, and I'll also, before we get to why Allie, why you picked it, but before that, I want it to be known, me of all people said we should watch Titanic 666, and I still wish we went with that one.
I also was. So here's the thing: is that I felt bad because you pitched it after voting, and I was happy having voted. There was a part of me that almost wanted to change my vote for Titanic 666 just because I was so excited to see you like trying to vote in a movie like that.
I can't believe it. Yeah.
It was one of those things where it's like I've seen that one also. It's probably the worst one we've talked about today. I kind of want to vote it in.
Again, sucker for water stuff. I can't help it, especially Titanic. I like the Titanic.
Water stuff, but not shark stuff.
Shark stuff, learning. Water stuff. Well, no, that's not true. Deep Blue Sea, love Deep Blue Sea. They can get me with the shark stuff. Just a certain brand I'm not interested in. But yeah, so that was bare bones. Like my reason for picking Underwater really boiled down to just okay, cool. Sea creatures, yes. Allie, what about you? What was your thought process throughout the three?
By the time I voted, it didn't really matter, but I had not seen any of those three films. I picked Underwater solely because there might be sharks in it.
Oh, God damn it, Allie.
That was the only reason.
No shark in the whole fucking thing either,
no sharks.
Spoiler. Not one shark.
I would have rather watched Titanic 666. I think they would have had sharks.
Allie rating this on IMDb later. 0 out of 10, no sharks.
Allie based all movie viewings on the amount of sharks.
Rate them based on how many sharks. This is a 0 shark movie.
Kat, don't spoil your review section yet. Allie has time to still type something up.
Yeah, so we went with Underwater, obviously, and my question, maybe we could just start with this, that I asked, and it wasn't like shade on the movie or nothing. It's just, the type of movie it is. I asked, is it a horror movie? And that was a serious question because, a lot of, especially movies around this time, and even just like modern movies in general, the term horror is so vague. And, like movies like this usually tend to lean more towards action than horror. And Chris assured me it was a horror movie. And I would vote that yes, this is a horror movie, but I want to know, you guys, do you think it did a good job of achieving that horror title?
Good job is a weird phrase. I agree that it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
I think it's weird though to if it was, I don't even know how to phrase this. I think if what it wanted to do was be scary, I don't know how I feel about that, but I do think that the existential questions that it asks kind of default categorize it as horror. And I mean, they do other things really well too that kind of push it further into that category, other than just, kind of landing there by default. Like it has that very claustrophobic feel at times. The special effects did some work. There were some very tense scenarios. Like it amps it up. But I do think I don't get the impression that this was like, we're going to make a horror movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that was the objective at any point.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll put it in the horror category, but it doesn't feel, it's more of a thriller than anything. Like if you're going to call Jaws a horror movie, I guess you call this a horror movie too, if that makes sense. But it's a horror movie. Yeah, I'll call it that.
Yeah, I think the question of is it a horror movie this is more of like, if you hear somebody say, watch it, you want to watch a scary movie. And, like Kat kind of mentioned it already, like overall, does it scare you? No, but I think this classifies as a quote scary movie. And I think it does that because of some of the moments that that Kat mentioned where they're crawling through shit and like that. That's uncomfortable. It had a lot of moments where it was a little subtle, and you have to really put yourself in their scenario to understand some of it. But a lot of stuff, man, like the score, like there was a lot of, like, they did a good job with accompanying, sounds and like that audio side of things that, that could make or break stuff. Like I mentioned last week with Joyride, like a lot of the chase scenes, the music could have been darker, which would have went a long way. As stupid as it might sound, like I feel like stuff like that matters, and they hit that on here. Like a lot of it was dark and it hit those horror tones.
I don't think that's stupid at all. I think that's like really valid, because even if it's done really well, it's something we're not picking up on, but it helps add a lot to that experience, like in the background. I completely agree.
So let me defend my pick here, just from my point of view. I felt this one, in a lot of ways, towed a lot of lines of various horror subgenres. If we're going back to the long discussed and celebrated Greg, it crossed into being, the existential horror, like Kat mentioned. It was a disaster horror in a lot of ways, at least is how the movie initially starts out, and that's what you're thinking you're getting yourself into. The environment itself is intensely hostile to everything in the movie. Again, if you're listening to this and you haven't watched it, spoiler alerts going from here on out. It turns into, I feel, an interesting creature feature that would be on kind of almost calling back to like some of the older, like deep ocean horror movies, like I'm gonna mess up the title, but like Deep Star 6.
Okay.
Where on Earth the ocean is the last real unexplored frontier. It's nobody what we know of what's down there is minimal, and maybe we dig too deep, maybe we go too far, maybe we unearth something that never should have been unleashed.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So I feel it starts out as a beautifully filmed disaster scene for its opening sequence. That opening sequence is hands down one of my favorites as far as like a big disaster set piece. And then it turns into just the character's fear of having to go out into an environment that can kill them at a moment's notice, and all their preparations, no matter what they do, they can be damned without even being an accident on their fault. And then you throw in the creatures, and suddenly it's now sharks coming out of volcanoes. It's
whoa now.
It's you've already taken one dangerous scenario and like now let's just ramp it up to 11.
That was something I noted. It boiled down. I have it under the is it a horror movie, because obviously I wanted to ask that to you guys. And what it boiled down to at the end of the day, can they make a legit creature feature? That was going to be the end all be all for that question. And if they can, this whole horror discussion and it being a horror movie in general, can they make a creature feature? And that, especially for newer horror movies, I feel is super hard to fucking achieve for some reason.
Can we talk about the creature feature element for a second? That's the one. So I do kind of agree with Chris. I think one of the best things about this movie is that it draws on an evolving source of fear. There's like that very panicked opening, and then it gets into, more personal and more philosophical fears. I think horror movies that work really well, especially in the more modern horror era, have that fear that's coming from different places. The one thing that really the biggest thing that I think didn't work for me in this movie, I have one other complaint, but I think my biggest issue with it, though, was as a creature feature, because I think a really good creature feature either has a killer design or will not show you the creature. And this movie seemed determined to do both. It was like, look at how amazing our creatures look. Now don't see them anymore. They're in the dark. And it's like, which is fine, because there are some creature features that have gotten away with this, with having really epic design and knowing just exactly how much they can show it. My issue with Underwater is that there are scenes where I felt like we were supposed to be really impressed by the visuals, and these very often were the same scenes that were not lit well or that were very obscured. And, like the camera would pan. There were a couple scenes. It felt kind of like I was looking at an ultrasound, where everyone's like, "Ooh, look at the baby," but I don't see the baby because I'm an idiot. And like this movie had elements like this. Like there would be a lot of really like impactful emotional moments, where the camera would pan over, but they'd be like out in the suits and on the seafloor and like looking around. And it was so watery, like I didn't know what was going on. And I think that could be a really effective vibe for a creature feature, but like they chose their moments so strangely, and I was like, okay, well, they're probably doing it because they don't have great creature effects. Like this wasn't a super high budget thing. But then we saw the creatures and I was like, holy shit, show these things off, like what are you doing?
And the creatures we do eventually get shown off were not even the first or second variations.
Right. Like they have intricate, varied, evolved creature designs. There's like a whole mythos of these creatures, and we wasted a lot of shots to show them off.
I like the way they presented the creatures. The clinger, up till that point, you only saw it like through a window, and then in the shadowy haze, out just barely entering inside their visible range of their flashlights. And then when they were on the big godlight antenna, you got your first real good look at what a clinger was. I felt they built up to its reveal exceptionally, but paying attention to the tones of it, like you kind of knew that it was not going to be the end evolution. And the final creature design for the behemoth, or I've even heard it, nicknamed codename Cthulhu.
It did have those Cthulhu vibes.
That was eventually what their creature evolution evolved to, because originally they were all designed to mimic kind of like more horrific versions of like deep sea creatures. Like they were looking originally at like deep sea octopuses or like the anglerfish or the blobfish even. And then it was really when they got to the godlight scene and when they were doing it, they had a stunt performer in a black suit crawling around on it, and they just thought the more humanoid appearance of it was a lot more creepier. So they eventually evolved it to be more of what the Klinger became in the movie. But the original like behemoth design was originally it was essentially kind of like what you would have taken almost out of like a Greek mythology, like a big kraken face with tentacles coming off the back of it, and eventually it evolved into that giant behemoth or titan, whatever monster terminology you want to use. And the fact that you got to see a decent amount of the behemoth, but you never got to see the whole thing. It was kind of reminiscent of, what was it, the 2018 or 2016 legendary Godzilla movie, where you kind of at first only got to see Godzilla backdropped in the background with lights or explosions briefly silhouetting his body.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And it gave you enough that you knew what you were looking at, but you were like, in my opinion, I wanted to see more, but it made sense for the environment because that deep down, the only lights you were going to get are artificial, and I mean, light doesn't travel that well through water.
I agree that it made sense not seeing the full thing for the environment that they had, but it felt like they were working against themselves, because hands down the best part of this movie is the creature design, and it takes place in an environment in a setup where we don't get to see much of it, and that was.
I agree, especially the final creature, the behemoth. Like,
yeah,
you don't get the satisfying moment of it breaching the water and going on to attack Tokyo like Godzilla would.
No,
you only get what you get in this, and it's at the deepest, darkest depths of Earth. Like, the only people on the planet that can go that far is James Cameron in his special submarine.
Which I think is a genius move if you don't have the budget.
The only
there you go.
That comes back.
Yeah.
The only people that can go down there.
Yeah.
And come back successfully.
There's 5 other people that can go down there, but they, coming back is the tricky part. Yes, that's true.
But you need something more than a Logitech controller.
No, that controller survived, man. That's the best part of that whole fucking sub. What do you mean? It's still down there, intact. Somehow. I don't know how, but that's the fucking thing that survived it. So, Allie, what did you think of the creature designs? Do you think they nailed it?
I don't know. I couldn't really see him. All right, so the middle-sized monster, why does it have legs? Like, it had legs, right? Like an underwater sea creature. I get they wanted to make it humanoid to be creepy, but why does it have legs?
The design was originally based off being a parasite, but yeah, it having 2 legs as opposed to even maybe more of like a mermaid design.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was a mermaid at first. I couldn't really see it, but then I'm like, no, those are fucking legs. Why are you walking around?
I did get really excited for a second because I thought there were going to be just like I thought there's going to be an army of killer mermaids, and it's like, yes.
That would have been better. That would have made more sense than someone with legs walking around it. Oh God, I wrote the depth down because that bothered me too. It was like 6.9 miles down.
Starbucks accurate mermaids, you could say.
But yeah, I didn't really see much of the creature, and what I did see, I was kind of disappointed in. So I don't think it really paid off how they hoped it would.
Well, wait, were you disappointed visually or just what they did? If that question makes any sense, you know what I mean?
I don't know. It's like you're watching Jaws and you're waiting the whole time for the shark to show up, and then the shark's disappointing. Not a lot about sharks, but
then the shark has 2 legs.
And the shark has legs, and it's walking around 6.9 miles under the ocean surface. Like, it didn't. I don't know. The character design bothered me a little bit.
That sounds like something you guys would watch, though. To be fair,
I would,
I'd watch
but it's not what I was expecting.
I mean, if Allie wants something like that, she can just watch Cocaine Shark or Sharktopus.
Oh God, no.
Ooh.
No. Ooh. Ooh, no. Ooh. Okay, no. I'm in between you guys' camps here, because as far as the creatures go, I think they looked phenomenal. What they did looked great. I was a little disappointed of what they chose to do, because what they decided to do, they did flawlessly. as far as execution. But I was kind of hoping for more of an aquatic, like kind of what you were talking about earlier, Chris. Like the octopus would have been like a fucking mutated octopus would have been cool as shit. An anglerfish, like I don't know, like hell, even a shark. Like if they had a really fucking weird, dope looking shark, all right, cool. But they didn't, and I think that's because the reason I chose this. I love fucking underwater shit and marine life and all that stuff. So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna see some really fucking funky look, like all, and that in itself, kind of what you guys were talking about earlier too. Just like, what the fuck's down there, man? I always, every time deep sea comes up, even on this show, I always say that, what the fuck is down there? And a movie like this gives you kind of like VR goggles into, what could be down there. Like they had all this money and they spent it to make the shit look like we were actually down there. And I was hoping for that. I was hoping for like, those things in the deepest parts of the fucking world that don't want to be seen. So they go down there and only they can live down there. We fucking don't know. And they didn't do that, but like I'm not super, like I said, I'm getting to look at cool creatures, so like I'm not gonna be mad, but like disappointed was a good word, Allie. I mean, and again, it had nothing to do with their actual appearance because what they created looked great. I just wish they would have went a different route, if that makes any sense.
I get what you're going for there, especially at the very least, like the Klinger design. Like when I mentioned like they could have gone for kind of a fucked up mermaid look and still kept like cool, and still kept like the parasite feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Klinger gave me like underwater vibes for sure. And then I'm like, when I saw like the mid-tier leg thing, I was like, wait, is it like are they aliens then? Like, is this alien?
The mid-tier, when we're talking about that is the Klingers.
No, I thought the Klingers were like the little baby ones.
No, that's just the pupil form.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm talking about. And then I saw the Klingers, I guess, the middle one.
Yeah, the Klingers were like the adult form.
That's where I'm like, well, are they supposed to be like aliens then? Because it was giving me alien vibes with like the little like face hugger looking baby thing. And
for the limited amount that we actually know and have seen from that deep, things that deep in the ocean might as well be aliens.
That's fair.
They're so foreign that they're life forms that have adapted to living at such intense pressures that they're not something that we would be accustomed to even thinking about, like from our perspective of life on this planet. That, like, if you ever seen what a blobfish looks like, that's usually a blobfish that has been brought to the surface and their body's not accustomed to not being under that much pressure.
Yeah, it turns out they're not blobs when they're down where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, they are freaky ass looking fish. They're freaky ass looking fish, but they make sense for their environment. Whereas the fish that we have like eat on the surface, like some of the shit down there makes, barracudas look like, Care Bears.
That's fair. Still, the humanoid shape with the legs still bothers me nonetheless. Even if they are underwater creatures or aliens, either way.
And I think that's eventually the route that they went to, because eventually, like I said, the final boss monster was
like Cthulhu?
Originally called the Behemoth, and then it was also kind of given the codename Cthulhu. And they kind of wanted to go for an elder god look, an elder god feel, like something that would come out of a Lovecraft type story.
Yeah, I can see that. It's very Lovecraftian for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, very. I thought it started off. I don't think I took down the exact line, but pretty much I forget the character. I'm terrible with character names. Main character, absolutely gorgeous too, by the way. That is a beautiful that woman is beautiful.
Nora?
Yeah, man.
who was played by, I think it was Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Oh, that is. Oh, that's. Damn it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I feel dirty.
No,
now.
like Kristen Stewart's look and appearance in the show, I will give them this, and it's maybe part of the reason at the time when the movie first came out, it became one of my favorite horror movies at the time. And it might just be because of Ripley, because she gave me kind of Ripley vibes. Like, I'm sorry, like any lady who's concerned about her appearance, you could be a short hair queen, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't realize that was Kristen Stewart. I forgot Kristen Stewart. I forgot she was in here. Damn.
Big Eminem fan, huh?
She looked like Slim Shady. I'm not gonna lie. But she had a line when she had her, I don't know, the dialogue that she had to open up the movie. And she said, underwater and you lose all sense of day and night. And I don't know, man. There's just something about it. And it might have been how they delivered it and presented it that helped with that. But yeah, like the creatures aside, like that was its own thing and an added layer, a big layer. But just being
the environment,
there.
itself is almost a character because
absolutely,
because one of the character themes in Nora's case, and then also the captain's, was if you wanted to get away from your life and you wanted to avoid any semblance of your old life, and you wanted to get away from anything that was causing you pain, you go that deep down, it's no longer Earth. You're in a whole other planet at that point.
Yeah. And honestly, I think the creatures, like in a movie like this, the environment is worse than the creatures, because at least you have a fighting chance against the creatures. I mean, not that much, sure, but anything goes wrong in that environment, you're fucked. Period. End of story.
And there was 2 times in this movie where they just showed, like,
yeah,
anything goes wrong.
Yep.
That environment will kill you in a flash. Like just them going into the diving room.
Yeah.
And that door opened and that guy's helmet failed. And it was just like, I mean, to not keep bringing up semi-recent events, that amount of pressure,
done.
Cracking open a dive suit, it goes that fast. There's been real life examples of that in reverse. If you've ever heard of the Byford dolphin incident, and it's not pretty what that amount of pressure in either direction does to the human body.
No, man. Done instantly. Nothing you can do. Maybe we can talk about it now, but how do you guys think they worked with it? Because that's part of what interests me about, the whole underwater thing and everything like that. Like, because it's just, there's zero for something so complicated. You got so many, especially a movie like this, these fucking suits that I don't even think exist, and
they definitely do not exist.
Yeah.
I spent so long trying to figure out exactly how deep they were and how plausible any of it was. It was a little too long.
They were not at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, but they were deeper than most of these types of movies go. Like,
yeah, the only measurement I could see in the movie at one point was that they were 6.9 miles deep. For reference, the Titanic is 2.5 miles deep.
And I think that was when they were still on the original station, and then they had to take the elevator down another 800 meters. That amount of water on top of you and encompassing you in all directions.
I don't care what kind of suits they have. I don't think that's plausible. No.
It's essentially the same thing like in space, like one design flaw, one flaw in the material.
Anything.
You're Dunyan rings. Like, it's over.
Anything, man.
And in the case of the captain, even if they're designed for that depth, something goes out of the norm, as in, say, rising too fast and the suit can't regulate pressure fast enough.
Yeah.
Same thing happens. Like, shit's going to go wrong and sideways real fast.
When all that being said, yeah, they ran into issues with that, sure. But honestly, I think overall they handled that situation very well.
So it's not that I disagree, but I feel like it was an example of the movie being a little bit overambitious. Like, there are scenes for sure. I think we've already just kind of listed all of them, like with the technical malfunctions and the atmosphere, where like the setting really, really increases fear that is existing already in the scene. But I feel like it would have been more effective if we had focused on it a little bit more. I do kind of feel like there were times where the movie tried to take on maybe more than it could handle. And the making the full use of the atmosphere was one of those things. I kind of would have preferred to see more of a Descent style approach where we just are left with that oppressiveness for a larger part of the opening in the movie, just to kind of establish that baseline a little bit longer before we get into the creatures, which is kind of, and this delves into my other issue, I guess, which was with the cast. I don't think any one person did like a terrible job in this, but I feel like they were just kind of trying to tackle a few too many vibes. Like, the look of the movie was very serious. We had these really emotional, kind of melodramatic thriller moments recurring throughout the movie. We had a comic relief guy, and I think they just kind of, I think they didn't quite know what they wanted to do. You know, and the atmosphere kind of felt like one of those things. Like, this could have been straight up atmospheric horror with no creatures. And I wouldn't have liked that better. But I do wish that they had given you that feeling that it was going to be for a little while longer before they moved on. I think that would have made it more effective. I don't think they could have done that and had all of the character vibes that they had, because they tried to tackle a lot here, you know?
At least with not bloating out the runtime of the film.
Yeah,
and I'll give you that. I'll give you fleshing out maybe some more of the characters, like T.J. Miller's character, who was the comic relief of this. Maybe to explain, even like offhandedly or like as off comments, like why he was as kooky as he was.
Yeah. And he wasn't even like that funny. He just did pop culture references, which, like, when you're doing a slasher is fine, because you're already you're going in expecting there to be a pop culture guy or a comic relief guy or whatever. But in like a serious drama, you know, in a serious environmental film, he felt a little bit more out of place.
It felt more like the guy who is willing to engage, especially like in gallows humor of the situation he's in. It's not so much a common running trope in Spider-Man, but there's a trait of it that when he's not cracking jokes is when the situation has gone horribly wrong. You kind of get that. I kind of get that same feel with T.J. Miller's character, that if he was not cracking jokes to try to break the mood or the tension that the stress that he's in, that maybe that's when he's about to break, which, you know, spoiler alert, he doesn't live that long to get to that point. That we never get to the point where he would reach his breaking point, where there's other characters who you would think we would have gotten that point and it would have gone, you know, trope wise, it would have gone horribly wrong for them, but they avoided that trope. And
some tropes exist for a reason, though. Like, some of them help for tonal consistency, and I think that's the thing. If he'd had that breaking point, you know, then I'm not saying it would have been that much better, but I think it kind of would have justified having a character like that. As is, I really just felt like he confused the vibe that the movie was going for, because it is a hard to classify experience.
And as far as his character goes, like, there is one decision that I'm in some ways glad they backed out of, because originally, nobody's brought it up yet, but his thing was being very protective about that stuffed rabbit, that whole movie.
Oh, damn it.
Allie is going to bring it up.
There is a cut of the film where the rabbit is real. And
that's not what I thought you were going to say.
Way to ruin trivia. God damn it.
And it's one of those things, like, they fleshed out his character a little more. Maybe it would have explained why that rabbit was so important to him or whatnot. But in both cuts of the film, it's the rabbit is just there as part of his character. It's a prop. It'd be like taking away props from Carrot Top. It would just take away part of his character. But he's just not due to the fact he gets taken out of the movie so quickly, we're just not given enough time with him to explore more of what he was.
I'm not mad. The comic relief aspect of it, I thought the dude was funny. He was talking about shit in his pants, the whole bunny thing. He was like, here, if you don't take care of it, I'm gonna come back and haunt you, something like that, whatever he said. I think the problem with it is, in a situation like that, I'd have killed that motherfucker early. Like, the first time he fucked around as a joke, I would have probably killed him. I liked him because he was funny and he was so different. Like, everyone, god damn, I haven't talked about that Emma bitch yet. Good lord, did she talk about killing somebody? Oh, I will get to her eventually.
You're talking about the nervous chick, right?
Yeah, she
Okay.
should have been dead.
Emily?
Yeah,
or Emily. To be fair, also one of my favorite TJ Miller moments in that film is literally when they stop to go check on the escape pod that they get the distress signal from. He's like, "All right, Emily, suit up. It's your turn." Like,
No, so
she's like,
funny.
"What?" And she's like, "What?" No, I'm just kidding.
hell no.
He was my favorite.
I do think a really good example of my issue with him, not even with him, because I think he's a fine character. My issue with his inclusion in the movie, I think, was something really well. They go in and they're working on the suits, and he plays the Taylor Swift song.
Yeah,
And it's one of those, like, I could see this but then he's like, oh, I'll compromise, I'll turn it down. And it's like, I think that's kind of what they did to him. They turned him down. Like, they didn't let him be quite ridiculous enough that everything landed that he was trying to do. And we didn't really have him long enough that he could have moments that didn't land. You know, like, if we'd had him longer, I think it would have been kind of a funnier movie. It would have almost more of like a Pacific Rim style. Okay, we're doing the sci-fi thing, you know, which it would have been a different vibe for the movie. I'm not saying it would have been a better vibe for the movie, but he would have made more sense as a character. And that brief inclusion of him.
And using other roles that he's been in, it would almost be like taking him and Ryan Reynolds from Deadpool and, toning them down or cutting back their screen time significantly.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're going to try to have fun beats in a movie,
it needs to be a consistent tone.
That, and you kind of bring TJ Miller in. I mean, granted, he's had his controversies that made him kind of unemployable, but he's an odd and weird enough guy that you can use him to be the oddball character, and he will melt into that role seamlessly. Yeah. Like, if you want somebody to kind of have that awkward style humor, he'll do it, and it doesn't matter. I mean, he basically had his whole ass hanging out at one point in this movie, and he's just like, oh damn, these are ripped too.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite part of the movie. He's that guy that just can't take anything seriously. There are people like that are going to make those jokes at inappropriate times, and he just happens to be underwater in a disaster, and I loved it.
Considering the deaths in this movie, he has one of the most...
Oh, the most gruesome, probably.
Most gruesome, but I'll say second most shocking, but that one goes to the decompression scene, but his is just...
brutal.
He's in this big armored dive suit, and he literally gets torn out through a leg hole, like...
entirely, yeah.
Oh, like, the comic relief guy in this movie does not catch a break.
Well, not really. Not in the sense that you mean, yeah. He broke out of that suit, though.
Let's put it this way. Shelley got a much easier way out in Friday compared to him in this movie.
Yeah. He and And that's what I mean, man. Like a lot of the kills didn't have to be, like that was just part of their environment. Like I don't know. Like I said before, they did a good job with working with it, but let's be honest. If you're making a movie, you can't play 100% by those rules. Like it's just impossible. And maybe I think Kat mentioned it with them maybe doing a little too much. They were trapped in that scenario because of what they were doing. Because you look at like that I don't even know what to call it. Like that hub that they were at underwater. We seen something similar to that in Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea, they were focused on the sharks, so it's not like it was that far down underwater. Like it was just enough underwater to where like they can do whatever they need to do with these sharks. And that's not gonna kill you if you're out in that water. So it's a lot less restrictive than this. But if you're like, their concept is the shit no one fucking knows about, and you gotta go that deep for it.
It's Alien, but underwater.
And that's it does feel like Alien underwater. And that's kind of one of the things with like the plausible deniability. It's again, I think they did a really good job balancing these two elements, considering that they were balancing them. But it felt like the movie was working against itself, because it's like, here's this thing where we're going to describe to you, the audience, how quickly something can go wrong, and like the tiny, tiny errors that can kill you down here. But also we're going to have space suits for the sea where you can just walk around out there. And it's like the deniability here is not quite they did a really good job for what they were doing, but it was like, we're going to hinge this on this very realistic thing that involves science, and then we're gonna say, fuck you, science, we're going out in suits.
We're walking 2 miles on the bottom of the ocean. Let's go.
And I'll give the suits that they had designed all the credit in the world, because there's two things I'll give them this. Like, when they put those suits on, like if for the scenes that they had to film, if they had to put the full suit on, that's 100 pounds of suit that they were trapped in for hours, and it took about a half hour to get out of, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah,
they were not comfortable to wear.
No.
And then two, just design wise, I thought they were magnificent. Like if you've ever, I don't know if any of you are big StarCraft fans, but like if you saw like the initial trailers for StarCraft 2, like it looks like almost like the Space Marine armor that the Terrans wear. Like that, they were not light, they were not sissy armor, and I appreciate it at the very least, unlike other deep seas horror movies, that they're not kind of doing just modifications, unlike the old Bell dive suits, that these are almost looking like exosuits or power armor.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, with what they were doing, they made the absolute most of it. It's just one of those story crafting decisions where they made it harder on themselves than they needed to,
Yeah, but they needed to.
But they didn't need to. Like, so that's a plot point, where I'm not saying it shouldn't have existed, but it's like, when your concept is underwater, like deep sea horror movie, you can take that any direction you want, and you could have gone, like, if you were wanting to do a suit like that, even if you're wanting to do like a power armor suit like that, you can have like a full science fiction, like thriller feel. And they're like, no, we're going to ground this in like reality and give you the full fear of the ocean, and be serious and atmospheric about it. But also we're going to do the power suits. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, they didn't pare down ideas for this, and it made it a lot harder than it strictly needed to be. And I think, considering that they did the sleek suits, not sleek, but like they did the high-tech suit design, they did the atmospheric horror, they had different underwater location travel, like they did pull all of it off. But from a concept standpoint, I think it was too much, I think it was very ambitious. They did a jack of all trades instead of excelling in one of these areas, I think is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I don't think they could have achieved the full, because it's so hard. Because how do you do it? Like, it's impossible to do without some sort of escaping that facility. Because then it's just them running around a facility and you see stuff behind glass, and it's gonna break it, and then you die instantly. There's no way for anything. And
See, that's kind of what and again, it's not what I wanted specifically out of Underwater, but it is something that I would watch. Like, I think there needs to be an atmospheric, you're trapped, nihilistic sea movie. Like, that's a real thing. And they could have done it with this. They had the budget. They had I think at one point they had the desire, because you can see elements of it in this movie that we got. And I'm not mad that they went a different way. It's just like, you're saying that it wouldn't have been an option, and it would not have been an option to tell this story, but like when they were at the drawing board, 1,000% that was something they could have done.
Yeah, I like what it added, though. I like that they were out there and you can't see shit. Like, that added so much more of a feel to what they had going on. Like that those scenes of, and again, feel how you feel about the creatures, but the scenes of the darkness and the water, and then all of a sudden one of those little motherfuckers run by and you're out there and anything can go wrong and you're instantly dead. Like, it added, like I said, the environment to me was way worse than the creatures. Way worse. And the creatures were bad. Like, you had a lot to worry about, but like I said, you stand a chance against those creatures. A slim one. But that environment, they did a really good job of immersing you in it. And maybe it's just an unwinnable game that they were playing.
I mean, when it comes to the creatures and their threat, like, I mean, they weren't one-on-one, they're not invincible. Like, as we saw, like, on the Godblight, where the captain with his knife was able to do a significant amount of damage to one.
Yeah. And
then the flare gun near the end of the movie, punched straight through one.
Yeah.
They're not, they at least avoided the trope of that you see, like, in a lot of, like, other sci-fi or comic book movies where creatures down that deep are, because they're so accustomed to such high pressure, that they're virtually bulletproof and whatnot. Like, no, they're not bulletproof, but they're fast and strong enough that they're able to take not only just snatch a human, but snatch a human in essentially 150 pounds of armored gear and just whip them around the ocean floor like a rag doll. It's like, these were beasts of their own nature. Like, one-on-one, like, they could have been in like if you took one of the clingers, they could have been a slasher movie villain.
Allie, how do you feel they handled the environment?
Well, the environment was the best part. I mean, the environment, like I think Chris said, is its own character for sure, and it's such a presence through the whole film. I mean, you could shoot one of those clinger guys, you could stab them, you can do a lot of stuff, but you can't do nothing to the ocean. I mean, the environment itself was, I think, done really well. Once again, I just had a hard time separating, like, I'm supposed to believe that this could happen with, you're not fucking walking 2 miles at 6.9 miles in depth on the ocean floor.
Yeah.
Is where my problem comes up. But I thought the environment was done really well. Like, it looked really good.
And they addressed the walking part when they were initially getting into the suits. Like, what was it? Emily or whatever was like, can you just take a moment to agree that we could die going down there? And it was like, yeah, but it was one of those impossible decisions that this was their chance. Is there a possibility it's all going to go wrong? Sure. It could go wrong the second they step out that door.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, that's fair, but I just felt like it should have then,
It was either wait for the entire rig to implode on itself, or take your one shot at getting to an escape pod.
And it's that suspension of disbelief like with the tone of the movie, where it's like if we'd had a comic relief guy and they had played this off like more of a thriller, I would have been more inclined to believe that those suits hold up at that depth. But the comic relief died, and they're doing like serious atmospheric stuff, and then they teased and they went the horror route, and I respect them for it, but they took it a little bit too seriously, and then I had a tough time believing that the suits didn't just crumple in, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
if it had been a B movie and they're like, we're putting on our diving suits and we could die or we could survive, you know, and they step out there and they fight an entire battle down there and the suits hold up, I wouldn't have questioned it.
Yeah, they can have a snorkel and some flippers on. That's fine. But they they made me believe that like it was like sci-fi kind of, and like I'm supposed to take it real seriously. So
there's no see I love that. Because yeah, it's not, you know, it's a movie. We're sitting and watching a movie. Like, it's not real, but it's nice to like I've always, like I said earlier, I always wonder what it's like down there. This was like an avenue to, you know, see a world of what it could be. And it's nice, man. Like, it's nice not seeing people in snorkels and flippers and pretending they're, you know, that far under the water and they're just in the deep end of an in-ground pool. You know, like, it's nice seeing reality put in. And again, it's impossible to execute this to pure reality. Like, it's just impossible. But we're watching a movie. You know, we understand that.
Considering that this movie was filmed as a dry for wet style water film, and that it was also filmed in a abandoned Lowe's after a hurricane in New Orleans, like, what they did, I think they portrayed the environment of being miles underwater, essentially no hope for rescue, exceptionally well.
Oh, insanely well.
I agree with that.
Too well.
How could it be too well?
Because it was so atmospheric. It was so like they opened the movie with Kristen Stewart doing her little spiel about being sad and timeless underwater, or but then like, and then they create this atmosphere that is sad and timeless and hopeless, and that ruined my like it set such a high standard of my suspension of disbelief that it kind of ruined the rest of the movie in that regard. You know what I like? It felt so serious in some aspects and then so not serious in other aspects. And I think the atmosphere being done as well as it was made me expect a more serious, more hopeless, more contained movie. And then when we, you know, involved the creatures, it felt like a different kind of movie. Again, they shot themselves in the foot. Like, they were very ambitious. They did a lot of things that worked against themselves in this, because I think they could have done that like real gritty, serious, claustrophobic horror movie perfectly, because they nailed the atmosphere, and that's what you need to make something like that succeed. And they took it in a different direction. And even though I think they did as well as they could, taking it in that direction, there were casualties. Like, there were stumbling blocks, there were transition issues, and one of the biggest casualties of the movie was my suspension of disbelief with stuff like this, because I felt like I had gotten invested in a more serious film than what I got by the end when we're introducing the suits. Like, I don't know. It's just they tried to do a lot. And I know I'm one of those people that ruins movies like this, but it's...
Why do I get the feeling you're mad at Alien for a slimy little crab being able to meld its way through a face mask of an astronaut suit?
I am a little bit mad at that's my least favorite part of Alien. But that's the thing, like, because Alien sets itself up so well, my suspension of disbelief can be a little bit higher. This movie sets itself up really well. Like, the atmosphere got me, and then I felt like they pulled a bait and switch on me. You know?
Yeah, I feel they played by their own rules well enough. Like, that, if that kind of what they did could be scientifically possible way higher up. You know, like, obviously anything just going down that far is impossible, sure, but you know, like that is all shit that can be done way higher up. So it's like, you know,
way higher up.
Yeah.
With the lore knowledge of the movie taking place like in 2050, like
yeah, that too.
Maybe in the next 30 or so years they develop the technology that yes, they can make suits like that.
So I think if you're going to use futuristic tech as a plot device, though, you need to set that shit up at the beginning and not as a Easter egg in the credits. Like,
and 2050 is not
also
futuristic enough.
The underwater had no way of knowing that we were going to get dumber before we got smarter, to be fair. But again, given recent events, I don't think we're going to be there in 2050.
Absolutely not.
No, but again, everybody's curious of what's down there. Like the fact that we have something that can show us, you know, what could be.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait for that next gen of Logitech controllers to come out, though.
That motherfucker's still
be
down
out by
there.
2050.
That motherfucker's still down there. I'm just saying, it's still down there.
Mikey joins an excavation team to pick up the Logitech controller.
Those might have been Logitech suits, honestly.
I mean, considering how one defect on them caused them to break down, I mean, yeah, it's essentially the controller you hand off to your little brother that you don't want to give him the good one.
I don't know, man. I liked it. I like that they gave us a glimpse of that. You know, they gave us a glimpse of something we'll never be able to see. And I thought it was kind of cool.
$150,000. You sure can see it.
Well, you won't really be able to tell about it. I could watch this again. Yeah, that's a one-time experience. But again, like, that's kind of why that whole Titan thing blew up the way it did. I mean, you know, also because it was completely fucking stupid, sure. But stupidity aside, it's, you know, kind of fucking, you know, the thought, like, if I had a 100% chance of not dying, or James Cameron's submarine at the least, I'd go down there. That tin can, no. But, you know, it's just the curiosity of it. Like, and maybe it's me, because that, like, when I was little, I wanted to be a marine biologist. A lot of marijuana and lost brain cells since then obviously prevented that from happening. But it was always like, that's always been me, man. Like, that underwater, like, that's for me. Like, this movie, it lost me towards the end, I'll admit. But dude, I was there for every set. Like, that shit. Like, there were parts where not got scared, but, you know, like, where it's like, holy shit, man. Like, they're out there in complete blackness. That's fucking terrifying.
And if you wanted at least to simulate that, I mean, there's a couple games that I feel may have been, you know, inspired or used as inspiration for this movie. Like, there's Soma and Narcosis that both take place deep underwater, and they all have, like, Subnautica less so. Subnautica maybe Endgame it gets to that level, but like Narcosis and Soma both are essentially like, you're as deep as it's going to get. Like light is a thing that you bring with you, not something that's present.
That's it, man. That's it. And that was why, like, when that Titan thing was happening, was like, you know, yeah, sure, you know where they were going, but, like, they could have floated, like, anywhere. And it's not just depth of high and low, it's left and right. They could literally be floating. Oh, they exploded immediately. But when they thought they were alive, possibly, they could have been floating in blackness anywhere. And again, what the fuck's down there? You don't know. And all the technical issues. To me, like, shit like that is terrifying. So again, maybe that's because it hits me. But I've always been an aquatic kind of guy. All right, real quick, because I mean, I don't know how much everyone else has to say about it, but I have to get this out. That Emily girl,
that bitch.
I hate her. I hate her. I fucking hate her.
My favorite part of this movie was watching Emily get punched. That was the thing that kind of brought me back to the movie, where it was like, hands down, excellent.
The best part of the movie by far. Punch her again. Okay, forget about the fact that she is the, like, you're in a fucked up situation, lady.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be acting like her too. But this is your job. You go down there for a living. Calm down. Forget about her being a pain in the ass the whole way through. All right, fine. But the fact when Nora was trying to talk to her, when she's like, talking to herself, about to kill herself, however the hell whatever she was doing.
Yeah.
You ignore me that long? Like, they're wearing a big suit. Like, motherfucker, I'm talking to you. And she had to tackle her, and she's still talking. Oh, I would have ripped her helmet off and left her there.
I was going to ask if you were talking about that scene. Like,
yeah,
I thought because she had to switch suits, maybe her microphone wasn't working in the old captain suit. But
no, she was just not paying attention.
I mean,
but it worked.
She could have been in a full blown mental break at that moment.
I don't care.
But
I could be dying and screaming for your help, motherfucker. You listen to me. Oh, I'd have ripped her helmet off.
But she was the character, like, as far as like, if you're picking tropes, especially when they were in the moon pool about to go into the water, like, oh, this bitch is dead. She's gonna go, but she surprisingly pulls through the movie. Like,
couldn't believe it.
Nora's at least able to get her focused enough to get her to the end of the road, but we lose people like but we lose like people like T.J. Miller and the captain, which the captain, his was a noble sacrifice, and as you learn to find out, he was the one that had the least to lose. Kind of a theme in the movie is the people who had the least to lose in this movie were the ones that were the most determined to make sure that everybody else made it out okay. But yeah, like Emily, like with her panic attacking and whatnot. But the one thing that, thinking about it, is like, if you're going into a deep sea, I guess, mining rig or whatever you want to call what geothermal harvesting it would be, you think a minor in deep sea diving would be a requisite course you would have to take. Yeah. Because at least Nora, like, they explain, like, she's a mechanical engineer. Like, she's not a computer whiz. She's not a diver. She's not even a miner, but she knows her way around mechanical things. So it makes sense that she's able to at least work on and fix and patch up the suits when she gets the chance. I forget the other character's name, the one Emily is dragging across the ocean. Like, they don't really go into what they do, but like, he's taken out kind of early, but he makes it because they drag his crippled ass along. Despite the fact his suit's air filter is heavily damaged.
And there is no way Emily is keeping anybody alive. Anybody. Nobody. Just no. Oh God, I hated her.
She got herself and him out just in, for lack of a better term, panic determination. Like, the only thing she had at that point was to keep walking forward because there was no going back once the Kepler exploded.
No, she should have been dead, man. And yeah, when she punched her, I cheered, Kat. I was so happy.
I laughed out loud, and it's because this was, I think, their best trope subversion of the thing. There's always that scene, and I feel like I see it in thrillers as often as horror movies, but where people are like, where one doesn't want to leave the other one behind, in a survival situation, and there's usually like, they grab them and they say something like really dramatic, and I kept waiting for it, but I do always secretly want to see one just punch the other.
Oh yeah.
And I was so satisfied watching Kristen Stewart just deck Emily in the face, and then she's trying to put her into the pot, and she's like, "I'm sorry," but like, as she's still folding her up, that was excellent. That's top tier filmmaking right there.
Oh fuck me! And then that's just, you're arguing with me right now, motherfucker. We're about to get out of here. Maybe come on, go.
I'm saving your life. I've had to drag you through this entire ocean, and now you want to risk my time figuring out how to save my pod? Get in your fucking pod. Go up there. I'm done with you.
Fuck out of here.
I would have punched her a lot sooner, honestly.
I would have punched her and left her there. I wouldn't have stuffed her in the I would have left her ass. Oh my God. Now you want to talk to me? I was trying to talk to you over there. I could have been dying. You ignored me. Now you want to argue. Oh, I would have lost my mind.
And again, we don't know what she does, but she's like, we can figure out how to save the pod together. And it's like, what are you going to do, Emily?
Right.
What is your job down here? Get out of my way so I can, and obviously she doesn't end up fixing the pod, but like at that point in time, very good. Like time is such a great argument for her right there. But Kristen Stewart doesn't even waste time arguing. She's just like, punch, get
the fucking, yeah, beautiful.
And
beautiful.
And it goes back to my statement of the people who had the least amount to lose were determined to make sure that the people that had something to live for did. She's like you still have so much to live for. Like Kristen Stewart's character Nora, she was essentially Kristen Stewart's character Nora was essentially a broken character from the start. Like she went down there to get away from her life. That she would rather live in the dark than live without. I think it was her husband that died.
Yeah.
And the one thing I will give them there was an alternate ending that left it ambiguous, but she like during the whole thing, like ending sequence where the reactor starting to overload, she's recharging that pod and she uses her wedding ring to basically fix a connector to get the computer to work again. And just as the thing explodes, like it was implying that her pod wouldn't have time to escape, but it just fades to white at that point. I felt her story arc completed perfectly by having her make the decision of you know what? Fuck this monster. Fuck this thing. Like, you're not getting my friends. I'm taking you with me. Let's light this motherfucker up.
Nah, man. Let her have Emily. Fuck that. I hate Emily so much, man.
But then the stuffed rabbit would have died.
I don't care. It's okay. She needs to die at all costs. She's up there with White Shorts from Funny Games. She's not quite, but she's right in the neighborhood of that son of a bitch. I really didn't like Emily in this damn movie. Wow. I was furious.
She is, again, she's the one character that it really feels they subverted a lot of tropes with her, just the fact that she gets away. Because it felt like they were setting her character to die like in the second, if not the final act.
She's gonna die eventually. She's gonna have I don't know, someone will fuck up her coffee at Starbucks and she'll just lose her mind or something. Like, who the fuck knows? I hate her so much, man. God damn, I hate Emily.
So I didn't hate her the way that you did, but man, it was still very satisfying to see her get dagged.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was so happy. Ooh. I was so if someone would have punched White Shorts and like that, that's what I wanted.
It was the perfect way to resolve that conflict at that point. Like
it was
like we don't have time. We don't have the time to talk. Shut the fuck up. Here's a punch here's a punch straight to the nose. Get in the pod. You're going home.
Yep. And that's the thing for me. Like, it wasn't even about Emily as a character. It was just about that's how that situation should be resolved in movies, and it never is. And on the rare instances where I have seen someone resort to punching in that kind of situation, then they waste more time apologizing. Even as Kristen Stewart apologized, she was putting Emily in the pod. And it's like, this is just, she's not wasting any more time with this. And I love it.
No, she should have just continued to beat her ass and leave her there. That's it.
The only way it would have been better is if it was the big manly way of she uppercuts her through into the door and it shuts and she gets launched to the surface.
That is, Mikey, the one other thing I will say about this movie, one of my favorite ends, and you're gonna get frustrated because I'm gonna bring up Cabin in the Woods. One of my favorite subversion style endings is when someone chooses themselves at a time when they've been building not to. The only thing I would have liked better is if Emily had been like, you get in the pod, and Kristen Stewart was just like, okay, and does it.
Yeah, she should have.
That 10 out of 10, that would have been as satisfying to me as the punch.
She should have.
Yeah. It would have made less sense for her character, but I would have loved it.
The irony of that situation would be, of all the people left alive at that point of the film, Nora was the only one who may have had a chance of fixing the pod to escape.
Yeah.
What the hell was Emily going to do?
Nothing. Cry while everybody else is doing shit like she did the whole fucking movie. Yeah.
To watch Kristen Stewart get away and then Emily just stand there looking at the broken pod, and we know and she knows that she's not going to do
damn well.
And she would have never had the thought like, well, screw it, I'm host, I'm taking this goddamn Leviathan with me.
No.
She stood there and cried. Yeah, she did the whole fucking movie. Allie, did you hate Emily as well or no?
Oh, I hated Emily.
Good.
She was the worst. I don't know if you guys ever played Until Dawn, but there's a character named Emily in there that I hate almost as much.
I do hate that Emily.
Yeah. I hate that Emily more, but both Emilys are terrible.
Getting the perfect, like, good end Until Dawn was one of the banes of my existence, because like it's just so satisfying to watch Emily die, though.
I know. You got to stop yourself from shooting her in the head like so many times.
Don't stop. Just do it.
Yeah, you're right.
Any and all.
If there had been a punch Emily option Until Dawn.
Oh, I was
Every time.
happy. So happy when she got punched. That was fucking gold.
So is Emily just the horror movie equivalent of Karen?
I think
maybe.
Kinda, yeah. She did nothing the whole fucking movie. But she dragged that dude. All right, but that's it. God
she
damn.
dragged that dude like 2 miles on the ocean floor.
Yeah, but
in questionable suits.
But she was useless. Like completely. The fact that she got that far is an absolute shame. She should have died. She shouldn't even have made it to them. She should have just died when the thing collapsed at that point. Like, God, useless.
I guess though it should be a plus to the column of the writer and the actor of making you hate her that much that she was so useless.
It also kind of plays into the horror of the situation, right? Because like if you're in a survival situation, if you're playing like a survival game, obviously you spend resources to make sure that the most useful people survive. But in a real life horror situation like this, fate's gonna take who it's gonna take, you know? Like you might lose some of your most useful people, like the captain, before you lose someone like Emily, who just has, you know, the dumb luck feature.
And to be fair, the captain's death, I get it because it was a useful resource, at least to them at the time, of him going back for the gun. It was like,
yeah, it needed that gun. Yeah.
Like, I know you want the gun, but did you really have to crawl through that cave to go back for it?
Yeah, that was one of the rare moments where it made sense, because that was a tough crawl, but you really could have used that gun. That gun was very valuable. Didn't pay off though, turns out. Yeah, bad decision.
And that scene, in my opinion, is more impressive because I know I've railed about it in other films that have been discussed on here, where it feels like movies these days don't come with any special features. Mm-hmm. This is one of those few digital releases that came with like all the special features, like the production, the design, everything. And that whole cave scene was like done practical. Like they built it up, like they had wire work and whatnot to drag the people through it and whatnot. So when the captain and Kristen Stewart were in there, like in their full suits and everything, like they were in there and there was barely enough room for them to go in. So I mean, that cave scene, and even in the lighting feels so goddamn tense just because
it does.
Respect to Kristen Stewart, because if you put me in a suit that heavy and we're like, crawl through this thing for a scene, that's when I turn into Emily. And I'm like, no, I'm an actor. I'm not a deep sea diver for a reason.
DVD's only $9. I might grab, well, maybe next week. I did spend a ridiculous amount of money on a Killer Clowns gun.
Put it on your popcorn gun.
That, or keep an eye out for like if Xbox or Amazon has like a sale, like on their Black Friday deals.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
The special features on this are not inconsiderate. Like there's about close to an hour and a half to 2 hours of special features on this, of like the set design and the like all the special effects and wire work that they did. Like it's
I'd watch that. Yeah.
It's one of those things like I miss from the initial DVD era where they were using them to sell you on all the, to buy DVDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like getting to see like how they made this movie, especially like the work that they did for doing dry for wet, but the few scenes where like the characters were having to go into or out of water were all done wet for wet as well.
Wet for
so
wet.
like the whole moon pole scene was a wet for wet scene, and like they actually had to have submersible suits for that one scene. So it really does do a lot, and just the way that they filmed it and the effects, I think really did this film in a lot of ways, as far as atmosphere and the environment goes, a lot of good. And just like the claustrophobia of like the way they filmed it, where the actual suits didn't have glass for the helmet. It was all open and they just went in with CG afterwards. But going in with like a wide angle lens that close just made all the scenes like where they were showing the character's faces just so much up front and close that it was, you kind of got to feel that these people were like, as far as the suits go, like were in just the most uncomfortable situation they could possibly be in.
No. All right. I don't know if anybody else has anything else. Maybe we can move into reviews, trivia, and whatnot.
Yeah, I do want to go on record real quick as saying that I feel like I'm mean to Kristen Stewart a lot of the time. I actually don't have a problem with her. I know she can act, and I think she did a fine job here. I just feel like I'm always watching her and stuff where she's not real great, but just on record, this is one of them. I'm not sure that this is the specific example I would use of her being a good actress, but when I say that she's not bad at acting, this is the kind of thing I'm referring to. Like, she gave a good performance here. It was solid.
That's fair.
Her performance in this film was great, and everybody, like, even as short as like some of their performances were great. Like TJ Miller was good. I thought the other guy from the introduction, what was it, Ronaldo or whatever, he was good for his little work. Everybody I felt really did a bang out performance. Like even Emily, like love her. Well, at the very least, you grew to hate her because of how much of a hindrance she was to the rest of the crew.
Morally and intelligently, I agree with you, but I will not give her any credit. I won't publicly. No, I hate her. I hate her too much. I can't do it. All right, Kat, you have reviews and whatnot?
I have reviews and whatnot. I also have, and I'll let you know now, I have not read it. I have a special underwater statement from Lord Rob Humphrey to read when we do our Portnoys. He sent in his Portnoy score for me. So
okay.
But starting as always with ratings, this has a tomato meter of 48%.
Yikes.
It has an audience score of 60%. And as we have seen so many times, IMDb is in between those two, on the higher side with a 5.9 out of 10. I pulled 2 reviews for this. I pulled one. Usually I try to find a 1 and a 10. This time I found a higher score and a lower score, but I'm not going to tell you the exact numbers because we've implemented our guessing game. Before we move into either one of those, I just want to point out the featured review for IMDb. The title of it is Well-Crafted B-Movie Fun.
What?
Huh?
Which
did he watch it?
Yeah, he did seem to watch it. It's a sensible review. It talks about a lot of the things that we've talked about. What it lacks in originality, it makes up for in craft. It looks great, has fine actors doing good work, nice production design. Kristen Stewart has the chops to carry a movie even without a stellar story, and it delivers good enough action and tension to make up for its shortcomings. But then the review again is titled Well-Crafted B-Movie Fun. So
the fuck?
I'm not sure this guy knows what a B movie is, but then the fact that also is the featured review, like 172 people rated this helpful, which has made it the featured IMDb review. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick and ask if we should give this a B movie Portnoy.
Absolutely not. What the hell's this guy on?
I don't feel this is a B movie, to be honest.
No,
it's not.
Like when it came out in 2020, like it was not even like close to a B movie scale, like of the films that came out around that time. Like
IMDb thinks it might be.
Guy's on drugs. Their opinion's wrong. I know how that sounds, but it's true. His opinion is wrong. It's not a B movie.
172 people agree.
They're entitled to be wrong.
Yeah.
So here we have our first one. I am not going to tell you the rating. I'm just going to read the review and you guys can guess. If this is the good review or the bad review, and then if you want to toss a rating guess in there, you're free to do so. Out of 10 stars. This is called Lovecraftian Popcorn.
The fuck?
As a fan of the 2014 film The Signal, I was pretty excited for this. The Signal offered a lot of thrills and suspense and a twist ending that leaves you gobsmacked. Underwater did not live up to that same shock value, less build-up or development to make it float much of anywhere above mediocre. The setting, scenery, and cinematography and music, however, is great. It is the love child of Alien, Cloverfield, A Quiet Place, The Abyss, Soma, Deep Star 6, H.P. Lovecraft, etc. But it doesn't carry any weight.
A lot of people fucking.
Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah, we've gone kind of back and forth in this one. He's a bit of a flip-flopper.
I mean, granted, given what he listed, I don't know if that's scientifically possible, but I don't know. Like, he had to have given this at least an 8, right?
I'm gonna say this guy is maybe on not so much on the negative scale, but he's probably on the medium scale. So I'm gonna say he probably rated it a 6.
All right, Allie, what do you think?
I'm gonna say he's hovering around a 4.
Okay.
Allie, you and I were on the same page, but he did in fact give this a 7 out of 10. That was a good review.
That is weird.
That last line, it doesn't carry any weight, had me like pretty convinced that he hadn't liked it by the end, even though he does call it above average. So I was like, okay, he's going in a positive direction. And then he kind of like stepped it way back at the end. And I was like, all right.
Fuck that guy.
Here's our other one. You already know it is the more negative of the reviews, but I will let you guess ratings. This one is entitled, It Was Just Noise. The film jumps in with no backstory, just crash, bang, wallop, noise, 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 shaky camera. It makes the Meg look like Jaws.
Wow.
What the fuck?
What story do you really need? They're trapped in a thing underwater, dude. Like, all right, there you go. What do you need it explained further for some reason?
Crash, bang, wallop. Noise, noise, noise.
He's kind of a fucking idiot. So I don't know. He probably went with like a 2.
I'm going to say 3, but knowing how people on the internet review things, and also somebody who used to have a job that reviews are based on, I'm going to say this was a 1.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go 3.
All right.
Mikey, you are dead on the money here. 2 out of 10 stars for just noise.
What an idiot. Jesus Christ.
Rob's not here to give a candy bar out of the butt cheek, so I'm going to go ahead and give him a blow pop out of the tip.
Oh. He may be
a blow pop out of a what?
The tip.
I think that's a couple.
I thought I heard you right. Okay, yeah. Okay. I thought I heard you wrong, but no, I was all right.
I'm not going to steal Rob's gimmick.
No, I just don't want. I would never. I might want the candy bar out of an ass before that. I don't know. I wasn't ready.
But you don't want to go to the candy shop and lick the lollipop?
No, not my era of 50 Cent, to say the least. All right, that's it for reviews, Scott.
That's it for reviews. I feel like it made the Meg look like Jaws is harsh.
Yeah, motherfucker. All right. So does anyone have trivia? I know there's been talks of trivia.
I do have some trivia. Chris did go over a lot of it, but I do still have some.
Okay.
Let's see. Most of it's about the rabbit. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh my God.
Favorite actor in the movie. Like Chris said, originally the bunny was supposed to be real for the duration of the film. But when they first started shooting, they swapped in the doll for safety reasons for an increasing number of shots. And they never told TJ Miller they weren't going to use a live one in the end. So he was treating the doll with visible reverence, believing it was only a stand-in, and the film would actually show him holding a real rabbit.
That's kind of hysterical.
That is really funny.
This guy must have been pissed at the end. Like, these guys are looking like a fucking idiot.
They said they're not sure if that made Paul seem more human or more pathological in the film.
All right.
But if you look closely at a minute and 24 minutes in, when they're putting, I forget the guy's name, the one guy in the escape pod at the end, there's actually a real rabbit on his lap for that shot.
Oh, shit.
They left in the real rabbit in the last scene, which the first time I saw the film, I saw that. I'm like, wait, what? And then when I went and watched the deleted scenes, which included all the rabbit cuts, like
The rabbit cuts.
there was a rabbit cut of the film.
That's what we all watch horror movies for, the rabbit cuts.
Yeah. Little Paul Stuff Bunny, in the Blu-ray special features, has a montage of clips featuring scenes with the live bunny version, which is great.
Aw.
Like when Nora at the Midway station is recovering after surviving the attack with the Klinger on the Godlight. Yeah, she's on there and she's whipping out the map, and then as she's looking around, like the rabbit's just on the table with her.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'd have been so mad if they had a real bunny in here. That would have made no goddamn sense.
Well, especially since they were like, lose the pants, so they won't fit in the suit. Like, you're gonna fit a whole ass rabbit in there?
Right. Like, how the hell are you gonna carry a rabbit around? And they poop like crazy. Not practical.
The spider in the sink in the opening scene of the movie where she's brushing her teeth was supposed to originally be a moth, but they thought the moth might have been a little too Guillermo del Toro. And it was supposed to be foreshadowing for the theme of the film and to instantly get you on Nora's side for the rest of the film. Saving the spider.
You know how I'm always like, save these spiders that are going to live underwater in my submarine.
Would have been better if it was a moth?
Honestly, it might have been better if it was a moth.
Well, to be fair, at least it was a daddy long legs. Like,
It's not a creepy spider.
as far as spiders go, like the only one that's more friendly and cuddly than that would have been if it was a peacock spider, and that would have made no sense.
I guess that's true.
You could have believed a daddy long legs maybe could have snuck down in some supply crates.
But how practical is it for daddy long legs to survive down there?
I said
What's
kill
he
it.
gonna eat?
I thought it was weird that it was there. I mean, if there's food, if people are eating, they're going to find like little morsels and stuff. Like, they'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, they'll live. Especially if one of them give birth or something. You have like fucking a ton of them. I said, as soon as I seen it, I was like, kill it. Get the fucking die. I hate. And you know, it's a really interesting. I know we're starting to wrap up, but really quick, one of my big things about this movie that I forgot about, and it's a life thing in general. My moment with that spider, and I'm sure a lot of people instantly just fucking kill it. That thing that little baby creature thing that they found, the first creature they seen, they brought it in, kill it. You smash it until it don't move. I would have never been in that thing without smashing it with that fucking thing. But as humans, with a lot of things, we're so quick to kill it. And we are always shocked why other creatures are so quick to kill us. You know, like it's the same
I'm not
concept.
shocked why things are quick to kill us. I get it.
No, you like sometimes you sit there and wonder why. It's like, damn, man, I just want to cuddle with a fucking tiger. Like, why they got to be so mean? Because they don't know. They're like, what the fuck is that thing? Kill it. Like, I mean, yeah, it's fair. It's a shame, too. Yeah, I'd have killed the shit out of that spider. I don't care.
Also, I would not. I'm trying to get better about killing spiders, but sometimes they are one of those things that make my fight or flight response kick in. And if one sneaks up on me, I'm killing the shit out of it. And daddy long legs, I know that they're friendly. I get it. People tell me this all the time because this is not the first time I've gotten into this discussion. They're creepier than normal spiders, though. Like, they're spooky.
Yeah. I'll kill the shit out of them. I don't care.
If it snuck up on me, I probably would have killed it.
They're definitely a spider that would definitely trigger the arachnid response, where it's like, oh no, this thing shouldn't be, kill it with fire.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like the peacock spider where at least has a little bit of a body and, you know, fuzzy and kind of looks cute. Like a daddy long legs is just legs and a tiny body, and it's
they all die.
It's definitely one of those things that compared to most other creatures on the planet, they look alien.
No, in my defense, I have one living in my bathroom right now, and I've been doing a great job not freaking out and killing it. I haven't moved him yet because he's higher up than I can reach, but I know he's there. Like, I'm doing better.
Cat, you kill him.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna wait until he gets lower down, and I'm gonna try to move him outside.
You say that, Mikey. You don't live like in a house where maybe like little fruit flies or whatnot are in there, and you can't get rid of them. Like, no, that daddy long legs, like in the right situation, is gonna put in fucking work for you. It's like,
I don't care.
He's your own personal exterminator.
Also, that being said, I have not killed him for like 3 days, and I do still have fruit flies in my room. So what the fuck is he doing?
Not shit. Living there for not paying a goddamn bill. That's what he's doing. Not that spider. I don't like bugs. I will kill the shit out of any bug. All right, is that it for Allie for trivia?
Yeah, that's pretty much. We covered the rest of it already.
Hey, bunny
trivia. I'm sorry for stealing all your bunny trivia, Allie.
That's okay.
It was just relevant to TJ.
It was.
Allie's a lot nicer about it than Rob is. Rob yell at a motherfucker. God forbid. For funsies though, real quick. This movie had, goddamn, a budget between 50 and 80 million. And only grossed 40 million worldwide. So no boy. Well, it was pandemic too.
And like I mentioned earlier, like they were filming entirely out of a Lowe's that closed down.
They got in there before Spirit Halloween did?
Yeah, they beat Spirit to it, and they set up like a heated water tank even, so that way they can pump comfortably temperatured water for the cast to at least be in.
Oh, that's nice.
They used their budget to build almost all the film outside of like some of the creature effects was a lot of practical effects. So I mean, they used their budget in this film for like the sets, the costumes, everything.
Sets were great, yeah. Well, all right. We got Portnoy, this sumbitch. I can go first if you guys would like. Would anybody like to go first?
I'm assuming I read Rob's last.
Oh shit! No,
right?
No. Let's read his. I forgot.
Or do we get it out of the way?
Please, Kat. That son of a bitch. There's no way you can make me mad on this, right? Like I don't care about the movie enough.
I don't think he can make you mad unless you're like really super secretly invested in this.
No.
Or are gunning for slasher radio approval one way or the other.
No, but it's Rob though. You know, that's my thing. So I never know.
Okay. I take it back. He's going to make you mad. The opening line of this is a statement from the desk of Lord Humphrey, R.E. Underwater.
Where is this professionalism during the fucking show? Where?
Yeah.
He's only this professional when he's burying the hookers that he lost at a Fish concert.
Yeah, on the show we get this.
And where are my balls?
That's what we get from Rob. Now we get the desk of what was it?
A statement from the desk of Lord Humphrey, R.E. Underwater.
R.E. Underwater. Rob, stop.
All right. I don't have a lot of thoughts about Underwater, but it is important to note that at one point, Tony Danza was a partner in Oliva Dairy, promoted America's oldest cheese shop on Grand Street in Little Italy section of Manhattan.
That motherfucker.
yeah, took the words right out of my mouth. That motherfucker. Rob, really?
The only other time I have seen Underwater was in the theater. I remember leaving and thinking it was a fun movie. Nothing spectacular, but a good time. As usual, I was 100% correct. This is a good movie that drops you right in the middle of the action and keeps going. I won't remember anything about this film in 6 months, except that it's an easy watch. Sometimes that's all you need a movie to be. I give Underwater a 6.7.
6.7? Wow. Okay. Wow.
Honestly, this is a good place to transition, I think, into my own Portnoy. I didn't give it quite a 6.7, but I'm really close. And for some of the same reasons, I had a couple complaints with Underwater. I do think it did some things really well. I think the performances were good. The creature design was excellent. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 6.5. And it lost points because I also have already seen this and did not remember when we were voting. Even though the crazy thing is because when I saw the list of movies, I was like, Underwater is that one with Kristen Stewart, right? Because I had seen the trailer and I looked it up and like I was on the page when I voted for it and could not remember that it was something I already had seen until I put it on. And then I was like, oh no. So it did lose some points there. But I think it's solid.
Fair. Minkia. It lost me a little in the end. It really, truly did. Like I said earlier, I'm a sucker for underwater stuff. I really was bummed out we didn't get like fucked up whales and sharks and fucking, weird squid creatures and shit. That would have been really fucking cool. But it was a creepy fucking movie. Like, again, if you could put yourself in that world, it is uneasy as shit. And the practical effects stood out. I did notice that little cave thing with the gun. I was like, damn, man, that, like just looking at it, like it looked creepy as shit. And, like that goes, they had a lot of shit they did with CGI and whatever, but, they did their thing. In a movie like this, you're not going to be able to avoid CGI. So you can't get mad at it. The practical effects, they didn't have to do what they did as far as they did. And, I appreciate that. I'm going to sit this one at 7.1. I was going to go 2. I don't think I can quite give it a 2. I give it a 7.1. If they would have had some real ocean, aquatic creatures, this would have lived at a mid-8, but they didn't. So there you have it. Chris, Allie, either one of you want to go next?
I can go next.
Okay.
It was a fun movie to watch. That's a good way to describe it. The atmosphere was great. The acting was good. I was let down by the actual creatures. Not that they didn't look good, but they weren't what I thought they should be.
Okay.
But it was still a good movie. I'm sitting at 6.6.
Wow, we are all in the same fucking neighborhood here. Chris, this was you put this one up. This was your pick. Where are you at with it?
When this movie first came out, I originally had this as my movie of 2020. This was my favorite film of that year. And looking back, I still think it, like, for that year, it still ranks at that level. But, much like Kat has said, like in the past, like maybe a little bit of rewatch decay hit a little. So I looked at it more of less as something I'm watching to have fun with, and now watching it more as something to review.
Mm-hmm.
It still ranks really high. Like, this film, much like I know you won't like it, but much like Feast, it does one of my favorite things where, well, bear with me here. It does one of my favorite things where right off the bat, it doesn't waste any time getting into the film. It drops you right into the scenario. It doesn't need an hour of exposition to set up the story.
It's just noise, you could say.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pick an anti-cat pick now. I'm thinking. I would have rated it higher on first watch, but even still, I'm still going to go with a 7.5 now.
No, that's fair. No, I'm not mad at the score. We're right in the neighborhood. Yeah.
This is the closest Portnoying we've had with guests. Like, we are all within 1 point of each other, I think.
I would also like to point out this may be the first movie that I've done where Mikey has gone over a 5.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
that might be true.
To be fair, no, that can't be true. That might be true, but I don't. I feel like it's not.
What was your Bell Cove score?
That was a 4.1. I'm skimming through now. I
guess Hatchet might be the highest.
Oh yeah, we didn't Portnoy Hatchet, but yeah, that would have definitely been. Yeah, Feast 3. Oh, that was Greg. I can't even blame that on you. Although, you didn't do Slither. Psycho Gorman, I gave a 5.2. Event Horizon was you too, wasn't it, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah, I gave that one a 6.2. This is probably on the low end of that also.
So the higher you gave Event Horizon. God damn it, Mikey.
It's a space movie, man. That's not my cup of tea.
All right.
I just happened to tickle Mikey's fun bone on this one.
Well, on the note of you tickling my bone, I don't know if we could top that for the night. I owe you $10 now, right? I think. All right. So follow the show at /radio on Twitter. Next week, we're having Brian G. Berry on talk about House Shark.
House Shark. Woohoo!
Yeah,
Mikey loves underwater stuff.
He did say today that he loves underwater.
The shark is underwater. It's in a house. Like,
more shark movies. That's all we heard.
You heard what you wanted to hear.
What if we combine the two and we go with the Deep House?
Oh, the Deep House Shark. I think that.
Oh, God damn it. No. After that, hold on. I'll pop up my handy dandy schedule. Oh, shit. After that's my birthday pick.
Uh-oh.
And that might be a Mikey's really drunk night. I don't know how that's gonna go, but yeah. So it's my birthday pick. Honestly, I still have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
You know what you should do is you should pick one of Rob's favorite movies before you get really drunk, and then just only talk about sex tapes.
Oh, Kat, that's not a bad idea. But he would talk about them with me, like it wouldn't even bother him. That would be funny though. Yeah, so my birthday pick's next week, Patreon pick after that. And make sure you check out the Patreon, patreon.com/radio. We have the list of the second half of the 85 scariest movies, according to Esquire. The second part of that's coming out or is out already by the time this is out. Extra show every week, Easter egg content, all kinds of shit on there. Make sure you go check that out. I'm at Mikey's Dead. Also, I'm able to announce that I'm looking at the schedule again. After this episode comes out, you will also be able to listen to another show that Allie and I are starting called Cult FM.
Oh.
Yeah, so that'll be out wherever you're listening to this shit. You can follow it at Cult FM Pod. It is going to be a horror movie based, well, horror genre based. Movies, gaming, all that stuff. We've been banging our head against the wall about this for like a motherfucker for quite some time. And I feel we have a really dope fucking concept and project out. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, even though I will have to deal with little Miss Huge Clown Penis on a daily basis.
Huge clown penis.
As somebody who has way too many podcasts about cults, I look forward to adding another.
It's not about cults. We just thought that was a cool name, but it will be shtick heavy. So there will be it's not a cult, Chris. That's number one. It's not a cult. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Cults don't exist.
Well, until you all start moving onto a compound and then you start passing out Flavor Aid.
It's not flavor. Orange soda is what we drink. Orange soda.
No.
All right. So yeah, check that out at Cult FM Pod on Twitter. We appreciate the follows that we get because obviously he's doing all that stuff. So, we got like 11 so far. Thank you, everybody. And Allie, where are they finding you?
At AlySurreal on Twitter, or also you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/AlySurreal. If you're into Dead by Daylight for some reason, got that going.
Wow. Behavior's a wonderful company.
It is.
Yeah, come help me bother her at AlySurreal on Twitch. It's a good time.
Get up those viewer credits for the jump scare bonus.
That's all I do is farm. I farm my points and jump scare. That's all I do. I got one on deck too. I'm waiting.
I'll turn it off.
Don't you dare. I earned those fucking points. Chris, where are they finding you?
You can find me on Twitter if you really hate yourself. You can follow me there as EYERCHRIS. It's mostly just shit posting and picking on a slasher radio, so you can come join the fun, I guess.
And every now and then I ask you for the purple thing.
Always the purple thing, as long as it's allowed. even then, I might have to start competing with Greg with fans on Twitter if compared to his TikTok fans.
It's really true. Every now and then I'll just at Chris and be like, "Hey, you send that purple thing real quick."
On demand.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's got it on. It's probably his wallpaper on your phone at this point, man. Right?
No, it's cocaine. It's the cocaine cubs on the lock screen, and it's the slasher possum for my regular home screen.
Oh, Chris, come on, really?
Yes.
God damn it, why?
Amazing.
Because I need my Slashy award.
Oh,
God damn it, though. It has to be the possum out of all the things.
If I only had my award.
getting punished for Rob's mistake
Yeah, I know.
here.
Why? Why does Rob keep fucking up and I keep taking it in the ass? Why? Fuck.
Because you got that sweet ass.
That's fair. You can also follow Rob at Radio Rob 123. If you go and do that, make sure you tell him I said he's a butthole. Kat, where are they finding me?
You can find the other show that I do with Rob Humphrey, wherever you're listening to Slasher Radio. If Google quits hating us, I guess. The Nick F and Woo Cagecast. You can also check me out on Twitter at cat_velour, VOLEUR. You can check out my website, catvelour.com, where I have a book available for pre-order. It's only available for pre-order for 2 more weeks. It's at a slightly cheaper price point and comes signed if you get it before August 1st. So do that.
Yes. And make sure you use the Velocipastor promo code on checkout. Yeah, you get my score of Velocipastor, $0.0 off.
Yes.
Yes, Velocipastor promo code.
I wish I could get a signed copy, but Mikey banned me.
I didn't ban.
I wish you could too.
And that's it next week. We'll be back next week, guys, with House Shark. And I have to piss enough to reenact this movie. So good night from Slasher
Ow.
Radio. I really do have to pee, guys. I have to go.
All right. Bye, guys.
All the best with Slasher Radio podcast.